Do not worry.
Hello and welcome to a brand new Do Not Worry stream. I am your host, Anthony, coming to you live from the heart of Lebanon in the 09. How's it going? It's Monday night. It's 10 p.m. I forgot to share the link on Twitter, so that's what I'm about to do right now. How's it going, everybody? Welcome, welcome. And I'm joined by the lovely Karine, folks.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hope you're doing good.
We ain't coming to you solo today, folks. We're joined by someone. Splitting the screen. Hello, Dana. Sufyan Ali. Hello, Sarah Wadat. Hello, Strawberry Politics. Hidden Iron. Rahul Hussein. Did I say your name right, Rahul? Is it Rahul Hussein? Sorry, I'm kidding.
Hello, everyone.
Let me just quickly hop on a Twitter and share this. How's everybody doing, guys? As you guys can see, it's an eventful episode tonight. We got a lot to talk about. What did I do here? Okay, sorry, guys. Let me just real quick focus on what I'm. Oh yeah, Twitter. Let me open Twitter so I can share this damn thing. Demi, what you up to? Tell the people how you doing. Marina, hello. McG, hello.
Hey, Marina. Always nice to see you in chat. Hope you are healing well. I know you are because you told me a few days ago. What have I been up to today? We were filming some content for the studio, some new products launching, so that was fun. Nadim was actually with us filming, so crew member borrowed for a day. That was fun. How's your weekend, guys? What have you been up to? Hello, Sarah. How are you?
Jesus statue.
Jesus.
And Mayyas. Racist. Mayyas dancer. Racist comment.
Zaytoon Zero says, just want to say Scream 7 fucking sucked. Oh, that's so disappointing.
Oh, I didn't even see. Honestly, fuck the Scream franchise. They
Come
fired.
on. Yeah, but they were so good the first few.
Yeah, I know. I used to really like them, but then they fired Melissa Barrera for posting pro-Palestine content on her Instagram stories. They fired an actress.
Oh.
And
Oh no, that's messed up.
They're very Paramount is super Zionist.
Fuck that shit.
So they fucked up, yeah.
Boycott.
So I really,
Easy
the
boycott.
Scream 5 and 6 I kind of liked, and number 7 was supposed to be like the end of the trilogy or something. And yeah, they fucked it all up. So ain't nobody watching Scream no more. It's over. All right, share it on Twitter. Sorry, guys. Gotta do what we can to maximize eyeballs on this. McG says, y'all are the most gorgeous couple. Well, thank you, McG. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm doing most of the work. We know that, okay?
He's carrying most of it.
I'm carrying the load. Listen, Demi's all right. You know, she's a...
Oh,
I'm kidding, obviously.
my sweet babe.
I am kidding. Zdroberu says, I swear Zionism has ruined movies that we can't enjoy anything.
By the way, yeah.
It's done.
It has been like that for the last 2 years. Like, I miss when I knew less about actors and like who was involved in what, and because like now it's all ruined, and like things that you like looked up to so much as a child or like your teenage years, and now it's just
we
got all gone to shit.
One of the actors of The Boys, we talked about him last time, was in the IDF. Like the whole thing is
oh
just
shit!
Yeah.
A lot of my friends like that show. I haven't watched it though. It's HBO, right? The Boys.
Is it HBO? It's Amazon Prime, actually.
Oh, Amazon. Okay. No, The Wire. The Wire is HBO.
Folks, as you guys can see here, there is a little counter up on the right. This is our members goal. We have members on the channel. If you guys want to support the show, you guys get members. You can join the channel, become a member, and you get exclusive live streams every week. I owe members an exclusive live stream this week, so that's going to be happening this week. Members expect a very fun live stream, and patrons expect a very fun video. That's all happening this week. Let me take a second to thank some of our lovely members. Members such as Armageddon Taco, Ra'et Kadura, good old-fashioned, Quitty, C. Moran I5P, Goo Gajube.
That was funny how you said that.
Goo Gajube, a victim of the paranoid. Alex C54, 5204. Let's scroll down a little bit to Pnin 5456, Alerted Zero, Arabs. We got the Arabs podcast. That's fucking dope. Ducklord 6922. Snoofle 6, Sagesse 4777, and Mouselander. And Eleanor Rigby. Oh, Marina says drones were back today.
Yep.
Damn.
Super loud yesterday specifically.
And I didn't hear. Well, we were in Beirut. We didn't hear them, thankfully.
Today we didn't, but last time we did, it was really loud. Nadim was saying that yesterday was extremely loud.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. They're not the ceasefire, guys. Ceasefire. So members, we love you and appreciate you. If you've been gifted a membership, if you're out there gifting memberships, if you've been a member for 4 days, like Dthurk 8, or a member for 5 months, like Airplane Flaps, we thank you. We appreciate you. We love you so much. We cannot keep the lights on without our members and our patrons, so we love you. And let me take a second to thank some of our lovely patrons and to welcome brand new patrons, abductee patrons, Isa, Nabila, and Rachel. Welcome. As well as other abductee patrons like Mother's Milk and Karina, speaking of the boys, Mother's Milk, and Cheap Cacti, and Rizal Asafi. Blonde patrons such as Matthew Bax, Bombinosaur, Rosarium, Kelly, and Myri C, and Edouard Sfer, and Bilal Moghrabi, why not? And lovely superhero patrons such as Zekiel B, Fatty Mac, Bibi, Khawlan Ahmad, Maroon Bouslaymin, and our final God-tier patron still standing, Ilya Al-Mujabbir. Thank you. We love you. We bless you guys. Again, our members and our patrons. We cannot keep the lights on without you. Patrons get to enjoy 2 exclusive shows, Nour and Karine's fantasy board review, as well as my Gordon Ramsay reactions. I might be doing something other than Gordon Ramsay, folks. I might just be dropping some Lego content on Patreon.
Oh shit, exclusive.
Just some me reacting to some Lego. Let's go. Patrons, we love you. Members, we love you. Sending you all the love. And S. Jin Rummy 88 just sent a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, S. Jin Rummy, for the generous super chat. And says, "What's up, homies? Sending love to everyone. Sending love right back to you. Hello, Tahanik. Hello, dreadful utopia. Tahanik." Pendulous Dragon sends a $2 super chat and says, "I apologize for our idiot president. Pendulous Dragon, he's technically also my president.
Technically.
Don't tell anyone.
All of ours.
Don't tell anyone." Is the connection okay? Connection seems to be doing fine. Guys, thank you so much. And you guys don't, just to remind you, guys don't need to be a member. You don't need to be a patron to support the channel. You don't need to send in any super chats. It is more than enough for you guys to simply like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord if you're watching live, hop into the live chat. If you're watching the replay, drop a comment, have some fun. Let's get on to our topic. So like I said, today we are covering, what is this? We're covering a couple of things, okay? We got a couple of random pieces of news. Zafira, hello. Lemon Mint Cat, hello, hello. Okay. So we're going to be starting. We got some random things to talk about at first. Then we are going to talk about, we're going to get into the big topics with the Mayyas controversy. I don't know if a lot of you guys in the chat know who the Mayyas are. They are like a big, they won America's Got Talent like a few years ago. They went viral globally. So as soon as I show you a clip, you're going to know who I'm talking about. But one of those dancers has gone viral for all the wrong reasons here in Lebanon. We're going to talk about that in a bit. Then we're going to get into some of what's happening in Lebanon with the IDF setting up a yellow line in South Lebanon, kind of like they did in Gaza, a no-go zone, even for people who live there and who have land there, who have homes there. You go there, you're shot, you're killed in our own land. How does that work? I thought we had a ceasefire. I thought we were a sovereign nation. So we're going to kind of talk about that. Also, Divvy closed down, folks. Divvy, a popular Lebanese chain of restaurants, international, so no, it's a Lebanese restaurant, closing down. So we're going to talk about that for a couple of minutes. Before we get into that, let's just a couple of little things. So yeah, members and patrons, expect some content this week. Zaytoon Zero in the chat is already going after the Mayyas dancer.
Yeah, I saw it.
That's a nice way to say it. It's a clever way of saying it. Okay.
I want to say something, but it's not on mic.
Not on cam.
Not on cam.
First, you guys know I love me some Michael Jackson impersonators. Y'all know I've been following this stuff pretty closely. Well, Fabio Jackson, the most dedicated, I mean, look, he looks the most like Michael Jackson. Let's be real. He got to meet Jafar Jackson, Michael Jackson's nephew, who's going to be playing Michael Jackson in the Michael Jackson biopic. Look at that. He followed him. He stalked him. MJ content creator Fabio Jackson meets Jafar Jackson.
History moment for the books.
It's honestly, it's historic for Jafar. Jafar Jackson is getting to see his uncle like he's never seen him before. You know what I mean? Like his uncle's gone, but is he gone? Like Jafar should be honored to be meeting Fabio. It's not like, who cares about meeting? I mean, look, it's nice to meet Michael Jackson's nephew, sure, but like his nephew is getting to spend time with his uncle. Like take him out for a car ride, take him out to dinner, pick his brain, be like, "Uncle, what should I do now, Uncle?
Huh?
Oh, Tahanik, holy shit, just sent their first super on a live stream ever. Holy shit, that's so generous, Tahanik. 37 AED, folks. Let's go. Tahanik, thank you so much. That's so kind.
So generous.
You don't got to do that. We got a cute little pair with a headband. W's in the chat for Tahanik, folks. Tahanik, by the way, local Lebanese content creator. For those of you who don't speak Arabic, you might not get his stuff, but like for everyone who speaks Arabic, you're going to love his stuff. Check out Tahanik. Just write his name however you see it written in the chat. Look him up on Instagram. Very prolific, very popular Lebanese content creator, making all sorts of funny videos for many years. Hanika, thanks so much. So just wanted to highlight this. What a moment for Jafar. Jafar, Shimona.
Impressive.
Beautiful, beautiful. I can't wait. I need to watch his live streams, Fabio Jackson's live streams, talking about that and his reaction. Quick, I saw this online. I figured you had to. Someone made a mashup of John Fetterman and Ethan Klein. I don't know why.
God.
We got to see this. Like, if I had to look at this, you guys have to look at it too. So yeah, someone says, I found this in a TikTok comment section.
I don't even know what I'm looking at, but it's disturbing.
John Fetterman is like this fucking American politician who's like horrific, horrible, very like Zionist, pro-Israel. Really, he was elected as like a very progressive leftist and ended up betraying everyone that voted for him. Like people thought they were electing one kind of dude. He ended up being an idiot. Then he got a stroke and he became even dumber and more.
Oh my God, that took such an unexpected turn.
Yeah, yeah, like just horrible, horrific.
He got a stroke.
So there he is. Look, just keep in mind, folks. Ethan, this version of Ethan Klein cannot hurt you. Okay, Ethan Fetterman cannot hurt you. He's not real. Do not think about this, okay? Spooky Boy says, it's been so long, I've missed you. Really? Where you been, Spooky Boy?
Spooky.
Spooky.
So funny, Maki.
Yeah, we're doing a little bit. We're streaming a little bit later than normally today, like a couple hours. Okay, this was fun. Let's get over this. Okay, also this, please don't judge me on this, Demi. I also saw this online, so you have to see it with me too, okay? I'm sorry, guys.
Oh my God.
This is the Deer Call World Championship 2020. I did not know this was a thing. So these
Deep throat? Did you say deep throat?
Deer Call. So they're practicing their.
No, I'm pretty sure it's deep throat.
They're deer calling.
Oh my God. No way! Get out! Shut up! Oh fucking hell!
Why is this a competition? Why is this a thing?
I think he needed an excuse.
And they're all like dressed in their like hunting gear. They got like feathers in their caps. Like
It's like some version of cucking.
you guys are not in the forest right now, going after deer.
Oh, that close up. Oh my God.
Dude, how can you keep a straight? Okay,
Deer don't even sound like this, by the way.
how can the camera guy keep a straight face? I got to do something about Maki because
He's non-stop crying. And I'll make sure that he doesn't.
I'll put the sweater here in case he wants.
Cookie.
Crazy. Sorry, guys. Maki was demanding to be let in. Sorry, we're gonna get back to this. It's not done. You thought you were done?
I thought you were done. Proceeds 17 hours of this non-stop.
I kind of want to be a judge at a thing like this.
What would you judge?
This guy's way too
I'm not
into
even gonna say it, honestly.
This guy, the way this guy's got his eyes shut and he's like stroke. I don't know, dude.
Stroke.
This guy's having too good of a time. Like they should stop.
Like eyes
sir,
closed, everything. He's in it. He's in the zone.
So this is inappropriate. Okay, this is a deer calling championship. We believe that you're doing. Can you imagine the amount of saliva that's in there?
Oh my God, ew.
Like this is like the most cursed didgeridoo. It says Antoun Sahnawi would be like to Israelis. Oh my God. This guy's also way too into the grip, the one-handed grip. Like he's too good at this. Like no, what deer is worth doing all of this? Like if you're like you go hunting with your child or something, is it worth them seeing you doing this to get the kill? You know what I mean? Is getting the deer worth your dignity? I don't know. Oh, Haley D says, hey, popping in for now. My mom just got out of surgery. Everybody, we want a lot of love. and a lot of well wishes in the chat
Salim Tahir.
for Haley's mom. Haley, salam to your mom. We're all thinking about your mom right now. Everybody, let's take a second.
Hope she has a quick recovery.
A lot of love in the chat for Haley D's mom. Haley, a grand maester of this community. Best thoughts for your mom, Haley. Take all the time you need. Best wishes for mom. Haley's mom, if you're watching. Salam. We hope you get better. We're thinking of it. Throat goat. Okay, that's enough of that. Sorry, guys. We took too long. Okay, let's get to Divvy, folks. Let's talk about Divvy, shall we? So I found that on Twitter. We'll get into it in a second. So Cakeline LB shared this on Twitter, said, "That's so sad. Divvy is one of my favorite restaurants in Lebanon. Hundreds will lose their jobs in an economy that's already struggling. Other businesses may follow. It's depressing." Let us read this statement from Divvy, and then I'll tell you guys a little bit about Divvy, sort of what restaurant they are, etc. "A chapter comes to a close after years of shared tables, familiar faces, and countless moments in between. This is not an easy message to share. After 11 years, we have made the decision to close all Divvy restaurants as of April 26, 2026. So that's 6 days. Oh, happy 420. And that's in 6 days from today. This decision comes in the context of a very challenging time for the restaurant industry in Lebanon. That I have no doubt of. Challenging time for all industries in Lebanon. More than anything, we are deeply grateful for every visit, every conversation, and every memory created around our tables. What made Divvy was never just the food, but the people who walked through the doors and made it what it became. For now, we are all still here, and we would truly love to see you before we close this chapter." Signed, Divvy. First of all, we got Maki making a special appearance. Let me try that.
In his baby form. In a baby form. In a boo-boo form. It's baby Maki time. It's a baby time.
We know you guys miss him. Listen, the plant is in here. The plant that could kill him. The little beautiful bonsai tree.
I'm gonna take it away. Khalas.
No, it's outside. It's having fun outside, baby.
It's having fun outside.
With the air, it's getting watered all the time. It's getting sun.
It's lonely.
I spend time with it. I go out, I chill, I talk to it. Little makuku, that little cuckoo. I'm gonna move the chat box just so you guys can see his thighs. I can't see. Look at his little thighs. Look at his little thighs. Ya Allah. People are saying, oh, the deers can't consent. Okay. Ya Allah, my cookie. Okay.
Oh my god, the chat is just full of Maki's face. Cookie, you have fun.
Most popular candle.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as when you cut it, my head doesn't cut off, it's good.
It shan't.
Cuckoo.
Okay, sorry guys. We got.
I thought the laptop was the iPad for a second.
Okay, back to Divvy. Sorry. So Divvy is a restaurant. They make like international cuisine. I think their concept was, their whole thing was sharing plates. You would go in there, because when you order Lebanese food, the whole concept is like you share. You get like a hummus, you get like some kibbeh balls, you get like some grape leaves. Everybody's grabbing one or two things. Meza. That's how Arabs do it generally. So Divvy tried to apply that concept to international cuisine. So if you order like a steak sandwich, they would cut it up into 3 pieces and make it a sharing dish. So instead of everyone ordering like one main, you would order multiple mains, multiple appetizers. Everything's cut up into pieces, and then you would share your food. And their other idea was like that it's an international restaurant where like every dish is like your passport to another country. So it was always about like traveling and trying out different things, and like that little Indian section, a little Italian section, a little this, a little that.
It got old pretty fast. Hey,
it got old, yeah. So what I'll say, look, I went to Divvy, like now that they say like after 11 years, I remember going to like one of the opening nights of like when Divvy first opened. That's why like I kind of want to talk about it. And I kind of knew the owners, because Divvy, there's a very popular chain of restaurants in Lebanon called Roadster Diner. They've been around for like years, like over 2 decades at this point, like 25 years or something. It's kind of crazy. Very popular chain. Years ago, like the partners like had a split or something. They kind of split up, and one half of the partners went their own way and then opened Divvy as their own chain of restaurants. And it did very well. And also, like, a friend of the show, Hadi Shahlawi, who is the owner of 16mm in Jamaica, great bar. They have great food as well. Friends of the show, they've sponsored our show before. Hadi used to be their head of marketing for a while, and all of the things that stood out about Divvy,
Oh, no way.
I think Hadi was like responsible for personally. And
I had no idea.
yeah, Hadi's a branding genius. Honestly,
I see the resemblance in the branding, by the way.
Hadi's very good at branding.
Because they both have like this elevated cinematic kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, Divvy's كتير with the low glow ambient lights.
One, I think Divvy's best years were when Hadi was involved. He left a few years ago to like pursue his own thing and his own. Do you need help with the camera?
Look what you did to my camera. You cut my head off.
Oh, sure.
Just push it back. Thank you. Marcy.
Also, what I really used to like about Divvy was the staff. The staff used to have this, like, they had like name tags, or like when you went in, the waiters would give you like a little name tag and they would tell you like what their favorite TV show. They would tell you like 3 things about themselves. Unnecessary, but like it added this little nice touch of like the waiter comes, you're like, oh, well, you like Game of Thrones, so do I. It was like a fun little icebreaker. They had that, and the food was pretty good. Like they had, I remember those deep fried brie cheese cubes that you would dip in like a blueberry sauce. They had a lot of nice dishes. But what I would say, maybe what happened to Divvy over the years, if I may, not that, look, they're closing down. I'm not doing anything to hurt the business. They've made their decision.
It's done.
The ink is dry. They've sold the land. They've sold the deed.
They've sold the land.
What I would say about Divvy overall is it was cool, but I think eventually it was just maybe a bit too expensive for like food that didn't stand out that much anymore.
وكمان the portions towards the end يعني it did start dwindling down
Yeah.
a tiny bit.
It was overpriced. Yeah,
the
the-
rice شوي شوي then the meat.
I always found it overpriced at the
Yeah.
beginning. It was always a little bit overpriced. It was always a bit more expensive than like the competition, but it was a little bit. You felt it was a bit more elevated. After a while, the food was just on par with almost everywhere else. The portions were not that generous, but you were still paying kind of a premium. And then eventually I felt like they just completely dumped the whole sharing aspect of it. Like no one
yeah.
was sharing dishes. You go to Divvy, you just order your main dish,
It was
whatever
too
you're
expensive
getting.
to get too many dishes لأنه يعني if you're
Yeah.
technically sharing dishes, like each dish cannot be like a $20 dish, but it's just enough to feed one person with no leftovers. So then you're less inclined to share it and creates this whole thing.
Yeah, and even if you're like, I remember like there was like a steak sandwich, like it was just like one sandwich cut up into like 3 pieces. Like ultimately, like it wasn't food that was really designed to be shared. It was like food that was meant to be eaten by one person, just cut into 3 portions, like a burger cut in half. Like,
Yeah,
all right,
like sliders or tapas or nachos. Like those are things that are to be shared. مش a main that you just split into. هيدا it looks meager يعني منه.
yeah, I feel like just in time because like, I mean, Lebanon, the restaurant industry here is very crowded. There's new restaurants popping up every day. Everyone like بعد في عمتي فابيان يعني ما فتحت مطعم burgers. Like everybody's fucking
By
selling
the way,
burgers.
it's sickening. It's become sickening.
Everyone's
of,
selling smash burgers
Someone
on the
opened
road.
something healthy, fast food healthy.
Yeah. There's too many restaurants in Lebanon. Like there's like I'm not saying that Divvy's got to go. It's very sad. Jobs are gonna get lost. It's I would eat at Divvy like occasionally. Like now, like in 2025, Divvy was a restaurant that I would eat at like maybe 3 or 4 times a year. The occasional delivery order, maybe 3 times a year. Like I stopped supporting it. So like I'm not shocked that it's closing down. Yeah, Chris, we're talking about Divvy. Divvy's closing down. So I just wanted to say, all right, but like, yeah, in Lebanon, I feel like if you need to stand out nowadays as a restaurant in Lebanon, you're either, and if you're going to charge like Divvy prices, your food needs to be a little bit more elevated. It can't feel like a slightly more adult, like roadster diner. Like that's
Yeah.
essentially what it became. It was just like
Yeah.
a slightly more adult version where like, instead of being surrounded by like 13 and 15-year-olds, they were like 15 to 17-year-olds that would go to Divvy because it's like
That's
safe
so
and,
accurate.
and parents would trust Divvy. Like, right, our
That's
kids
so
will be safe at
accurate.
Divvy, so we will. Every time you go to Divvy, there's like a table of 20 kids. Same thing happens at
But you
Crepway
can
and,
get
like,
drinks
Roadster.
there.
You can get drinks there, but like it's always like there's young people because it's like a safe place for parents to drop off their kids. They're gonna get a safe meal. You know what I mean? Also, kitchen was always we filmed an ad. I remember at Divvy once. We went in, we saw the
Really?
kitchen, super clean. Everyone was super friendly, like great staff, great everything. I just think that after 11 years, the sharing thing just kind of died. The idea of sharing. it just became just another restaurant with slightly overpriced food, nothing really standing out. There's not like this one signature dish that you have, like you have to get the ribs at Divvy, or you have to get this, or you have to get that.
I think that's what you're right. That's what Heike made it die the most, because everything became so mediocre. Like there's no one dish that you would go and be like, oh my god, this is the one dish I'll come back for. Because a lot of restaurants, we have that relationship with them. Like there's the one thing that we can't let go of.
They used to be known for their like fried brie and blueberry. But Scamin also, like there's so many, again, like if the fried brie and blueberry was unique then, like now there's like 10, I can name you 10 restaurants that have like a blueberry and brie, like a cheeseburger or something. Like all these things are being so done. Like one dude made a smash burger restaurant. There's like 55 of them now. Everybody's serving smash burgers. So also they're competing, and the economy in Lebanon's bad. Divvy's been through like fucking 3 economic crises, or a blast, this and that. Every restaurant in Lebanon that's still open, any business that's still open in Lebanon and operating, chapeau. It's very hard to operate any kind of business in Lebanon, whether it's a bar, a restaurant, a retail store, whatever it is. It's impossible to. It's very hard to survive. So 11 years, great. Again, I feel very bad for the staff. You know, it kind of sucks. Obviously, I saw another tweet. Someone shared a tweet, but I think they deleted it. They were like, the owner owns other restaurants in France. Like they just got bored and closed it down. I don't think that's the issue here, but I just wanted to kind of just talk about that. Chris says, last time I had Divvy was last year, and it was kind of mid. They kept going down each month and wasn't worth the price. I agree. I don't like eating healthy outside because I rarely order or eat outside. So when I do, I want to eat something I can't do at home. Yeah, exactly. Marina says there's like 3+ restaurants who have Smash in their name. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's what's happening with Divvy. RIP. Sad to know. Should we have one more Divvy, the 26th, before it closes down, or no? Like, there's not even anything that I'm gonna miss there. There's nothing I can think of.
I used to like the Mongolian beef, to be fair.
Yeah, they had a good Mongolian.
But then the last few times I had it, the portion was so small and it wasn't even that sweet. And I was like, I can make this better at home, or like chopsticks.
They had a mango chicken, like a grilled chicken with mango sauce and like rice. I used to like that. But like every time I would get it, the pieces of chicken would get smaller and thinner. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just
I noticed the portion change, because then I used to be able to eat it as 2 meals, like half and half, and made me full. The last few times I got it, I could eat it in 1 meal, and I was like, no, this ain't it. $20 for 1 meal, I ain't paying that.
If you want to make it in the restaurant industry, you got to have a very strong specialty that you're really good for. And if you're charging slightly elevated prices, you got to have the ambiance and the environment to match. If not,
this is food بالآخر.
Yeah, if not make it more of like a grab and go. You go in, you grab a bite, you leave. More of a fast casual dining experience where you don't need to sit down. Like fast casual is great. It makes it cheaper for everyone. You're in and out, you're quick. But if I'm gonna sit down for like an hour and a half, I think, you know, it's gotta change. It's gotta change. So RIP. Sorry to hear it, and I'm sad. Obviously, it makes me sad. Like Divvy was a fixture in Lebanese the restaurant scene, you know, for the last 11 years. So sorry to hear that. It's never fun talking about people losing their jobs or any business closing.
Yeah.
So definitely, you know, we will miss everyone at Divvy, and that waiter that used to like Game of Thrones. I wonder what he thought of the season finale. I wonder what he thought of that show. Never found out. I'll never know. This is super random. Joe Rogan was with Donald Trump. I don't know what the fuck they were talking about. I don't know what they were doing. Serious treatments for mental illness. So live from the Oval Office, President Trump announces historic reforms to accelerate access to medical research and treatments based on psychedelic drugs. That's pretty cool.
Announce historic reforms to dramatically
historic reforms to accelerate access to medical research and treatments based on psychedelic drugs.
Trump is involved in this?
Dana asks, Anthony, do you miss Chick-fil-A? Yes, I do. And I do not even feel guilty for saying it. I miss Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A was so good. If I could get a 12-count nugget right now with large waffle fry and some honey mustard, oh my God, I would be in fried chicken heaven.
Accelerate access to new medical research and treatments based on psychedelic drugs. In many cases, these experimental treatments.
Chris is saying eating out for 2 people costs at least $50. I know, man. I know it's crazy. But you're eating out here is like you're eating abroad, and people forget that like the salaries in Lebanon are not what they are abroad. So like paying for getting a $20 burger in the States, while still expensive, is more relative to the salary that people in the States earn. Paying $20 for a burger here when the average salary is like $600 a month.
That's what people forget.
That doesn't make sense. So yeah, but right now Lebanese restaurants are catering to a smaller audience, but that audience has like more money to spend, so they're okay with like, you know, pricing out a portion of the population, and they can just keep overcharging for the people that are still going there. It's kind of like movie theaters. Movie theaters are staying afloat now by just charging the people that are still going there more and more money, while everyone else is just like streaming shit at home. I'm gonna stop. Well, this is, I really don't care about Joe Rogan on Trump right now talking about this. I do not have the attention span for a 5-minute clip. Ba-bang, maybe next time. Let's talk about Reese Witherspoon and Sandra Bullock shoving AI down our throats. How about that? That seems fun. Reese Witherspoon is braving backlash and doubling down on urging women to learn how to use AI tools. The AI revolution has begun, and I need to learn as much as I possibly can about AI and share it with all of you. Also, FYI, the jobs women hold are 3 times more likely to be automated by AI, yet women are using AI at a rate 25% lower than men on average. We don't want to be left behind. So, do you want to learn with me? Didn't you say the same shit about NFTs like 4 years ago, or like about
and that fucking tanked.
The meta thing? Let me see. Reese Witherspoon. I swear to God, she said the same about NFTs. Yes. Crypto's here to stay. This was 4 years ago, dude. She's so stupid. Look at this. So this was 4 years ago. Reese Witherspoon. Crypto is here to stay. I'm committed to supporting creators who have pioneered the NFT space and encouraging more women to be part of the conversation. So Reese Witherspoon, every time there's like an emerging technology that people hate and that seems fucking sketchy and just offers almost no positives to society, Reese Witherspoon, for some reason, is the first to hop on it. AI, let's embrace AI. Let's embrace NFTs. Like, what's happening here? What's happening here? Also, she wasn't alone. Sandra Bullock also jumped in, saying, we have to make AI our friend and lean into it. It's here. We have to observe it. We have to understand it. We have to lean into it. We have to use it in a really constructive and creative way. Make it our friend rather than, we have to be incredibly cautious and aware of it because there are people who will still use it for evil and not good. But I do feel that there's a place for it. It's here. We have to just be friends in some dark ways. Well, thank you, Miss Congeniality. Thank you. Why are they pushing this on us? Well, Silicon Valley fodder might have a reason. Says this clown, Witherspoon, sold a majority stake in her production company, Hello Sunshine, to the Blackstone-backed Candle Media for $900 million in 2021. Blackstone is currently a massive investor in AI infrastructure, including a $25 billion project for AI data centers. So I guess she's in the AI business now. Wait, what did they say? She sold the majority stake of her company to the Blackstone-backed. Okay, so Blackstone is a massive investor in AI, so there you go. She's indirectly or directly an investor in AI, so she's trying to get people to use it. This is so fucking, dude, these fucking rich people are so out of touch, man. This is so out of touch. I just sold my company for $900 million. Why do you need to learn AI? Are you going to lose your job, Reese Witherspoon? Do you give a shit about other women?
You're freaking bitch.
Also, this person says, you need to understand that A-list agents / managers are putting these people in rooms with reps from AI companies so they can ink deals. They aren't living in reality. They only know the sales pitch. Take this as seriously as when they were all gung-ho about NFTs. It's not inevitable. And exactly, the NFT thing, which we just talked about again. Reese Witherspoon was pushing NFTs 4 years ago. Now she's pushing this shit. Oh yeah, then Onion person says, remember when celebrities seemingly randomly started coming out talking about how much they loved NFTs and thought it was super valuable for the future? Same thing. So this is, take this with a huge grain of salt. This is not important. Justine Bateman says, what's most interesting here to me is the language used here and by many tech bros, re-AI. We have to. Don't be left behind. You're not keeping up. Going to make your life easier and better. We have to use it. Patently ridiculous language. No one has to use anything. Everyone is on their own path and no one is being left behind at any point. Use this type of language. A use of this type of language is nothing but an attempt to introduce fear and the lack of choice to you. You have nothing to fear and you have free will always. That is never not true. Never. Sarah's asking, how old is Maki? Maki is about 2 years old.
Mm.
Little 2-year-old little kitty.
2-year-old baby.
Okay. Let's get to the controversial topic of the moment. The Mayyas, folks. The Mayyas, which is a very popular Lebanese dance troupe who have gone international. I'm not going to lie and pretend that I know very much about the Mayyas. I discovered them for the first time when they went viral on America's Got Talent. I'm going to mute this clip of the Mayyas because we do not want to get copyrighted. But if you guys do not know them, they went incredibly, and they took over the world, honestly. A few years ago on America's Got Talent, they are this like coordinated dance troupe that, you know, does very coordinated dance. Let me try to see if I can.
I do want to say something very quickly. Like, obviously, as you guys can see, there's like 30 girls in there. And sometimes, depending on the shows, where the shows are, they do switch out dancers. Like, very, very, how do you say, not too often, you know? So it's like, this by no means implicates the group or anything like that. Like, it has nothing to do with this. It's like the action of one person and one person only. It has nothing to do with anyone else.
It's like a rotating roster of like, a lot of dancers.
There is like the main group of girls, but sometimes based on where the performance is or something like that, I think they change dancers. But anyways, it has nothing to do with like, there's 30 شخص يعني, the choreographer is like.
This whoever made the comment is one person. She does not represent the whole, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe she does. Who knows? I don't know what they all think. I'm kidding. This is one person's thing.
Well, the thing was only involving her, at least.
So let me just try to see if I can find one of their performances, just to give you guys an example of what it is that they do. Okay, yeah. So this is them essentially. I mean, very, very eye-catching stuff. Like very well choreographed. Like definitely, you know what I mean. I understand why they went viral, but also, just can I say one thing about America's Got Talent? Like, how is this fair? I'm sorry. Like, you got one guy going on stage, like, juggling, be like, I'm a juggler. And then you bring on 30 women and, like, they're doing, like, a snake performance. Like, how can, like, a juggler, like, wasn't it about, like, one person getting on stage and sharing their talent? How can you compete? And I'm not, like, they're a Lebanese team when they won. Like, of course, we're rooting for Lebanon. So I was like, how is this fair? Like, there was, like, a dude who's, like, spitting fire. And they're like, oh, that's a neat little talent. And then you get this. It's like, what's the juggler gonna do? How much can he juggle to like outdo this? Like, this is another show. Like, they should do America's Got Talent, like group edition, or like, you know, where you have teams of like 5 and 10 and up. You know, then they compete against each other. But like, you got one guy being like, I'm here to juggle. I like juggling. And then you got these people. Like, I just felt like, you know, of course, one of them is they fill out the stage. They've got costumes. They got this. It's like, how's it fair?
Point made.
No, like, you know, is it?
بصراحة.
And to me, it's just like, it's a different ballgame. Like, Hulam Biamno Shi, and then the juggler's doing one thing. And don't ask me why I'm defending jugglers. Okay.
Don't ask them, people.
So yeah, that's the Mayyas. So, and that's their choreographer. He won like some kind of award. This show, like, this made them like, they're flying all over the world. I'm doing like shows, and once they won this, they won the whole thing. Like, they won America's Got Talent, and then ever since they've been like traveling around the world doing shows and stuff. Good for them, you know what I mean? So that's the Mayyas for anyone who needed the background, who did not know them. Okay. Joseph Merab was on Arabs Got Talent, and the judges made fun of him. Actually, Marina.
What?
Yeah, he went and he did an audition. They made fun of him on stage.
That's crazy.
Yep. They all made fun of him. They laughed at him.
Habibi.
It kind of like traumatized him of like not wanting to work with anyone else on TV. Yeah, that's why he would always say like no to interviews, and like he wouldn't want to work with people because he had such a bad experience being on Arabs Got Talent. Yeah, guys, Kung Fu Jesus was on the Arab version of this, and yeah.
You got into his heart, babe.
But we made it up for him. We gave him his time to shine. Unlike those fuckers at NBC. What was it? NBC, yeah. We look out for people, okay? We got Joseph Merab's back. So anyways, that's the Mayyas. Now, one of the dancers from the Mayyas, okay? This is on Twitter. So this is from a dancer called Aya Sharaf. She is part of the Mayyas. Again, I don't know how often she performs with them. Maybe she's danced with them once in her life.
No. She's an active member of the Haida. Anna, I've met her in person. I've done her makeup because I used to be makeup and set. I've done her makeup for like an ad thing that she shot.
Okay. Well, there you go, folks. We have...
Yeah, so I used to follow her before this happened.
We have physical contact. We have made contact with the accused. Okay, so let's see what this is saying here. So it said this person, Serena Gabriel, shares it. She says, this is not the standard of character we expect from those representing Lebanon on a global stage through the Mayyas. Aya Sharaf privating her account doesn't erase her lack of integrity. Disgusting. So here's what happened. Aya Sharaf has, you know, on Instagram how you have close friends. You can share stories with everyone, or you can make a little close friends list to share these little private things that you maybe don't want to share with everyone. So what Aya did was she shared the following clip on her close friends list. I'm going to play this. It's going to be in Arabic. I will translate it for you.
بيروت مول توصل على السيركل الكبيرة تلاقي كله في بقر وحيوانات وحشنة فلتانة. هاي مش حيوانات، هول الشيعة هونيك. بيروت مول توصل على السيركل الكبيرة.
So you hear the voice of a guy. That's I feel like a trainer at a gym.
Yeah, it's not her saying the thing. It's her chat with him.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both like laughing about this.
She didn't say anything. So it's her trainer or whatever, her personal
or
trainer
her friend. Yeah, he works at a gym, but we don't know if he's her trainer or her friend.
He works at a gym. He sent her this voice note, and it's saying basically he's giving her direction. He's like, okay, you're gonna drive, and then you're gonna see a whole bunch of animals and cows and like disgusting things. Okay, but those aren't animals; those are Shia. Okay, once you see those, you take a right, and then like it kind of cuts off. So he's just basically calling the displaced Shia people. He's comparing them to cows and animals and stuff like that. So he's like, okay, you're gonna drive by, you're gonna see all these cows and like animals. What else is he
بيروت مول توصل على السيركل الكبيرة.
Because you're gonna see Beirut Mall, you're gonna see a big circle.
كله في بقر وحيوانات
There's cows and animals there.
وحشنة فلتانة. هاي مش حيوانات، هول الشيعة هونيك.
He says, so those aren't animals, those are Shia. He's talking about the Lebanon's Shia population. He's like, so yeah, once you see those.
بيروت مول توصل.
So she records his voice note, and she shares it on her own Instagram stories and writes this thing in English. She says, with a laughing emoji, she says, in honors of this voice note, of course not our friends that are educated and amazing people with heart. So she's saying, she's basically sharing the story that he sent her. She's agreeing with it, but she's just giving the disclaimer that, like, of course, I'm not talking about, like, my Shia friends who are educated and amazing people. It's all these other Shia that are now in the street. I think that's what she means by that. That's my interpretation.
Yeah, I didn't get that the first time, but now I got it.
Yeah, so in honors of this voice note, she says, of course not our friends that are educated and amazing people with a heart. As if, like, she gave the disclaimer, like, look, there's...
That makes it okay.
The educated Shia are good. Here's a heart. And so then the person who shared this added the text in white up here. This was not in the original post. And it says, if the Mayyas do not put out like a statement clarifying this, then we're going to boycott the Mayyas. This is what this person, whoever shared this video, added with the message saying that we're going to boycott the
and
Mayyas.
They recently opened the dance academy, so they needed that apology out.
Yeah, like that's not, yeah, like you don't, and honestly, like this is
she fucked them over.
Yeah, look, this was,
and like even if your friend is ignorant enough to say, sorry, I cut you off.
No.
Even if your friend is ignorant enough to say something like this, like you are resharing that on a public platform, even if it's close friends or whatever. يعني fucking keep that shit to yourself. إذا هالقد متعصبين or you have that many racial slurs that you accept, or
yeah, I would say, look, if you want to
like that was another level. I'm not saying that like, oh, like keep that shit in private, but it's like it's another level to even share it on social media. Like it's so insensitive.
No one should be racist. You should try your best to understand people, be empathetic, etc. But if you do want to be racist, a good idea is to
keep it to
be racist in private. Close friends is one thing. You want to make fun of the Shia, hey, then maybe because this has happened before, and we're going to talk about that. You think this is the first time a Lebanese dancer has shared something racist on her Instagram stories that was then screen recorded, that then ended up everywhere, that then ended up on this very show for us to talk about.
Repeats itself. And it was also a dancer, right?
It's poetry, Demi. It rhymes, just like the Star Wars prequels. To quote George Lucas, I was ready for this. Guys, Anna, as soon as I heard this, I'm like, wait a second. Where have I seen this before? And
this story sounds familiar.
We're going to go over 4 years ago, the episode that we did. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna...
لا هديك
Anya.
Anya.
Anya or Aya. I'm sorry, one letter in difference. Anya or Aya. What?
I think it's an A letter thing, babe.
An A letter.
I think you gotta watch.
Look, and I don't know Aya. Okay, I've never met the person. I'm sure she feels. Actually, she did put out a statement before, and I give my opinion. Okay, what is my opinion gonna be? And obviously, it's fucked up what she said. Yeah, you know, it's fucking horrible.
Got caught doing something bad.
Got caught doing something bad, and it's like a self-report. Like how? I'm sorry. Like that's so. Yeah, but it says something. Yeah, the level of dehumanization that speaks to Lebanese, certain sections of the Lebanese population, including the right wing, like Christians. that have dehumanized Shia population so much that you feel comfortable sharing something like that on Instagram. يعني قديش the dehumanization is
I don't
high.
think she's Christian.
Whatever, okay, whatever
That's,
she is,
that's the funny thing. It's like everyone is against each other.
if she's a self-hating Shia or she's Sunni, whatever she is,
yeah, maybe she's a Muslim, but still.
the level of dehumanization, قديش do you lack empathy to see this whole group of people and okay, say you want to be racist and like you're like so like oh but it's fine, everyone hates them, I'm just gonna make this joke in public, like
it's an acceptable joke because everyone like
and
and
whoever
no one thinks that that's just the narrative that the media pushes, by the way, and like the internal ta'assub that happens. But like in reality, everyone wants to live in Lebanon, healthy and happy with their family. No one actually hates each other. Everyone just wants their own piece of the pie.
also shout out to that close friend that fucking screen recorded it.
By the way, what a real G.
You are
real
the unsung
G.
heroes. Every person who is added to someone's close friend list
Civic duty right
and
there.
who sees something fucked up and was like, you know what? I have been given privilege to see this exclusive content. I'm gonna fuck this person over because they did something fucked up. You are the people's champions. We need to know. We need to know what these people are doing behind, because again, this person is there representing Lebanon on the global stage, dancing, promoting the arts, teaching the youth how to. And you're
supposed to be the most tolerant people out there. You're the ones that are like traveling everywhere, like meeting people. But I guess a lot of money and shallowness comes with that. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't want my kids to be taught by someone like that. And if I'm signing my kids up to the Mayyas school academy, can I have the non-racist teacher teach my kid? Can I have the non-Islamophobe? Can I have a nice teacher teaching the kids how to dance, please? Can I avoid this one? I'm curious what the Mayyas are going to do to separate themselves from, if they're going to do anything.
She's a teacher there.
She's a teacher.
Yeah.
Someone got to teach her some manners. Okay, first of all, the guy who was in the voice note who said the thing is apparently a gym teacher. I'm not going to dox him here. His identity is he's already like deleted his Instagram.
He got fired.
He got fired
from his job.
He was reported. He was fired. I think that is a positive thing. I wouldn't want someone like that who speaks about my potential customers and other Lebanese people, calls them animals.
By the way, I'm sorry, but like this also shows something I was thinking of recently. Like people that are extremely racist are also people that are in a way privileged or isolated from like working in the service industry or just working in industries that expose you to a lot of people. Like I work in the service industry and like every person that walks through my door is the same. I perceive them the same. I have no prejudice against anyone because essentially that first of all ruins your business and just like creates tension over something that doesn't really exist when religion has nothing to do with like when you're interacting with people on a day-to-day basis. At least in my opinion.
And like, I mean, the personal trainer who got fired,
bro,
his name is Farouk. I'll just say that. His first name is Farouk.
How he's talking in the voice note, it's like so
honestly,
nonchalant.
No. Honestly, she's getting all the shit for what I think people need to know what the guy's name is. No. That's his voice out there. Or no? Like if she's going viral for what she shared, shouldn't people
by the
know
way,
who he is?
I feel like it's insane that her name is getting a bit more dragged than his
I'm sorry,
name
there he is. His name is Farouk M. Al-Taki. Just in case he ever comes across you, like as a personal coach, don't work with this guy.
Do not.
Unless he puts out like a very sincere statement, apologizing, clarifying. Here's why I call them animals. I'm sorry. I'm not a racist. Good luck with that fucking apology.
And I think everyone needs a chance at retribution.
So he deleted his account. Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! I'm sure he was getting a lot of.
Of course, So that's the guy who sent the message. Look, if she's being named out there, I would.
Yeah, well, I think Kamina, like in cases like this, like as long as the people are kind of, maybe not harassing him, but like making sure that they understand what they did was wrong and why they did what they did was wrong, and they should learn from this experience, and hopefully, or be better people.
By the way, guys,
something like that.
If you're watching live, click that like button. Like the stream, folks. We got over 100 people, over 130 people watching, but only 38 likes. Click that like button. Let's go. Okay, she put out an apology on her Instagram, which, look, to her credit, good. A lot of people would try to hide from it or like delete their account and like say nothing or like try to double down.
She has too much clout online. She loves her. image online. But guys, Kamina, let's just say one thing real quick. يعني نحنا we all identify with the country that we were born in, بس إنه ethnically wise, we don't really know where anyone is from or you know where the origins are rooted. So Kamina, all of this racism, يعني it comes from a very ignorant place. يعني I don't think I'm pretty sure Aya is not even 100% Lebanese.
Zaytoun is saying he shared an apology video. Can you look up the guy on Instagram and send me the just
أكيد
look up
there's
and
no
see if he sent
more, شو اسمه فريد الشو؟
Farouk. Let me see what his name is again. We will, if he did, we'll watch his apology on stream. Farouk M. Al-Taki. Farouk M. Al-Taki. You want to look at his name here?
There's no account like that.
On Instagram? Farouk. Could someone tell
I think they're both Turkish or something.
Zaytoun Zero, can you just be more specific? Did Farouk put out a statement? And if yes, could you maybe share the link on like Discord or something, just so we can watch it and I mean give him a
Yeah,
chance
because I can't find it.
to give him a chance to explain himself. Let's read. We're gonna read Aya's apology real quick.
Farouk Alta, it's without the M on the username.
Oh, okay, Farouk Al-Taki. So Aya Sharaf, I want to sincerely apologize for a private message I shared that was later leaked on social media. Okay, it was not leaked.
Lol.
Correction, it was
You
not
put it
leaked.
on close friends. It
You-
wasn't like an actual
Yeah.
WhatsApp chat.
No one broke into your phone. No one hacked you. You shared this on your Instagram, yo. You shared it on your Instagram. You thought everyone who follows you is as racist as like as you are. Like, you know, maybe you're not
As
now.
racist as
Maybe
you
you've
are.
learned your lesson now. Okay. And again, I'm not one to judge. Like whoever should be upset is like the Shia population. And of course, I'm gonna be upset because I'm empathetic and I don't want anyone to be insulted like that. But no, she didn't insult me. But no, yeah, I still find it offensive, obviously. I want to sincerely apologize for a private message I shared that was leaked on social media. The words and expressions that in that message were inappropriate, and I take full responsibility for them. I should have rejected that language and never used it. And I deeply regret sharing it. It was written under the stress of weeks of war, but that does not reflect my deep values and beliefs. The violence soaked, so she's blaming the stress of the war. She was stressed.
As any person would do in this very,
Oh, they found it
very
on TikTok.
complicated-
Maybe you might find it on TikTok.
Oh yeah, I have TikTok.
Do you have
now, I
TikTok?
think. Oh no, I deleted TikTok.
You got no TikTok? How do I look for it, guys?
Oh, you don't have to. Hey, though.
I deeply regret sharing it. It was written under the stress of weeks. I mean, look, we've all been stressed. You know, I guess I've been stressed.
I didn't
at
do
war.
what you did.
Like, hey, we tried to do other things. We tried to channel our stress.
We did a fundraiser
Yeah, we
for
tried
the
to do-
people that were displaced.
We tried to do a fundraiser. We tried to volunteer. We tried to like raise awareness of what's happening here. That's how we deal. That's how I try to deal with my stress. Everybody deals with their stress in a certain way. Or if I am racist, I turn my anger, mish racist, like I turn my anger against Israelis. I hate Israelis. I focus. Who's bombing your country? Meen darab, meen قتل الخورة من جماعتين. Who's desecrating crosses of Jesus Christ? It's the Israelis who killed over 2,000 people in our country. It's the Israelis. So if you're gonna be angry and blame someone, you could blame your country's sworn enemy. Perhaps.
I have something to say real quick. Okay, the stress of the war and whatever, she has 50,000 followers. Like someone with 50,000 followers couldn't do like an initiative for the displaced people instead of running your mouth. Like, ugh.
Did you find the TikTok?
No, it's not. I'm downloading TikTok. It needs some time.
I'll get it. I'll just download it. Okay, there we go. Oh, Mercury Club.
Maybe he got his job back like that.
I don't think he got his job back, yo.
Because why is he apologizing?
I don't know, bad the club. He is making the club look bad either way. So they have to. He has to put this out and clarify that like this has nothing to do with the club that I work at. Can you just look if there's a longer? Oh no. Yeah, guys, 1 second. Is there a longer one that it's because the one I have is only 47 seconds, guys. Can someone just check for me? In the chat, please. Yeah, like 1 second. So while this is downloading. Okay, I'm gonna move on from this. Let's read the apology.
You found it?
I'm downloading it, yes, but I'm having issues downloading it. 1 second, guys. Let me just send myself. I'm gonna open the link on Twitter here. Why did I do that? Sorry, guys. Just 1 second. Okay, they're not letting me share the link. It's okay. They're not gonna get us. They're not gonna get us. Sorry, guys. Just 1 moment.
Sarah's asking, how's your family?
My family?
Mm.
Yeah, 1 second, guys. I can't answer questions.
Inshallah, alhamdulillah.
They're doing
Can't
good.
answer
They're doing good. Thank you for asking.
Marina made a very good point. You
Okay.
cannot be religious and still be respectful to the religion. Exactly. It's about being respectful to human life and dignity, not about the religion.
Yeah, we're gonna finish reading her apology, then we're gonna get to the guy's video. So we're gonna restart this. So I want to sincerely apologize for a private message. Okay, I deeply regret sharing it. It was written under the stress of weeks of war, but that does not reflect my deep values and beliefs. The violence of the last months was heavy for many of us, and at times, actions such as celebratory gunfire and RPG shooting in residential areas added to the fear and risk faced by civilians. So she thinks that celebratory gunfire and RPG shooting in residential areas added to the fear and risk being faced by civilians. My actions were not driven by hate, but by stress and difficult experiences from the war. Still, that is not an excuse. I take accountability for what I said and shared. I'm just trying to make some excuses, but then she's like, but still, no excuses. I take accountability, and I didn't mean it, or whatever. We are one. We live together. We dance together. We celebrate together, and we stand side by side. As a dancer with Mayyas, I want to be clear that the language used in that message does not reflect the dance group in any way. Mayyas represents unity, respect, and diversity across all religions and communities. I sincerely apologize to the management and my teammates for any harm or misunderstanding I may have caused, as the group stands for values that bring Lebanese people together and make them proud.
Chris found it on TikTok. Yes, send it.
Yes,
Chris.
send it to me, Chris, on WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Send it to me on WhatsApp. So that's the apology. As a dancer, look, I don't want to be harsh and be like, this person should lose their job, or this person should be kicked out, or this person should be this, or this person should be that. I don't care. I was never going to watch Mayyas performance anyways. Like, it's not something that interests me. I don't, this is the first time I have thought, or even, the Mayyas have come to mind since when they won, 3 years ago or whatever, since we talked about them last. And it's not something that, and I think personally, the Mayyas themselves need to put out a statement. At the very least.
كيف قصدك?
And hey, you guys might have seen something that one of our team members said. That's fucked. We don't stand by it, and they're
But
being.
كمان don't forget people who know Mayyas as like the national community do not know her and the other guy on Instagram. This is mainly between the community of like people our age and like our demographic. But I don't think she tainted like the Mayyas name, but definitely within people like us, which are the more like
مساء الخير أنا اسمي فاروق
artists
الطيب
who
وبفتكر
people that are
اليوم
relevant
كلكم
working in the industry.
مساء الخير
That's why she had to put it out. If they put it out, I think they might drag their name through the mud more, because maybe some people don't even know about this. Most Lebanese people, I'm sure, don't know about this.
Who Mayyas? The thing is, they're way more famous globally, and I think the Lebanese following that they have, or the people that like it's a tiny, like they have 600. I just saw 600K on Instagram.
Oh, the choreographer, who he is completely separate from the girls. You know what I mean?
The choreographer.
I don't know.
All I can tell you is what I would do.
I don't know. Like the choreographer is not a dancer with them. He is like he owns the I don't know.
If someone from my team, either Nour, Karine, or Nadim, or Demi, something leaked where they're being very Islamophobic or like something extremely fucked up, you're not going to see that person on my show again. That's what I'm going to tell you.
But is that your responsibility to make a statement on their behalf? Like, no.
No, I'm telling you.
The fact that you severed the tie, you're saying that,
I wouldn't bring.
I get you.
I would not put those people back to represent my show. And if Nour was out there making homophobic comments, and she's going viral for being homophobic,
that's unacceptable.
Nour is no longer going to be part of the Do Not Worry team. Not that she has ever said that or done that. I'm just giving an example. So like, I'm not saying that like the Mayyas need to sever their relationship with Aya, but no. That's what I would have done if I were head of the Mayyas, and I'm like, okay, like, or like, how do you prove that you're no longer racist? How do you prove that you're not an
That you're no
Islamophobe? Like,
longer-
that's such a, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is only, you're going deep into someone's
Donate
psyche.
$10,000 to the
Hey.
displaced people.
You're going deep into someone's mind. Like,
True.
would I feel safe having a Shia dancer coming into my academy now, knowing that their teacher went viral for being Islamophobic? Like, and again, is it fair or not? And hone, even if people deserve second chances and everything, but ultimately, come in, you got to think of it as a business. Anna, if I'm a business and if I think that this aspect is going to affect my business negatively,
Yeah.
it's not my problem at the end of the day. Just get that thing away that is causing my business harm. I don't want that to bring negative attention to me.
Especially when you're the business owner that like specifically believes in tolerance and like you've practiced that in your business all your life, for someone that just works with you to represent you in the worst light. Like, yeah, I get you on that point.
Look, I don't know. Again, I'm trying to be.
see that.
I'm not trying to be honest, person. Of course, war is stressful, but if you find yourself being like, I don't know. I don't want to be mean, Yanu. You know what I mean? I know she's dug her own grave, kind of. Everyone's giving her a piece of their mind. There's nothing I can say to. I'm not trying to give her a lesson or like Halim Shi. Who the fuck am I? I just think that it's funny that this shit keeps happening because 4 years ago. Oh, let's listen to the guy's excuse. So no, again.
The
All-
lesson was not learned. The lesson was not learned.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is also this statement is not enough, yeah. If you really want to make amends, put out a fucking video, address the people, address the camera, and tell people what you're gonna do to make things right, yeah. And if you're gonna be there, if you're gonna stay there, and you're gonna be teaching kids, I'm sorry, how to dance.
By the way, yeah, you're teaching how like young women to present themselves in the world. Oh, I don't, yeah, and I understand how in her perspective, Berke, like she was stressed by the war, but I don't think saying the stress of the war caused this to happen is a justifiable thing because yani, we've all been through it. Yani, Anna, my business has not like, you know, we haven't been making money, we've been closed. It's been super difficult, yani, putting all your savings into something that it's a difficult time for everyone. But no, I think maybe it should have been more like her perspective should have been addressed, or like, you know what I mean? And something aktar that pertains to the actual situation, مش إنه just throwing the blame on something else or
Yeah.
like this external thing that we've all been affected by the way, يعني. Not just هيدا.
First of all, Jim D. Dukers with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Jim says, boy, I showed up at the perfect moment. Can't wait to get caught up in what we're talking about. This is a super interesting topic, actually, Jim. Thank you so much for the super generous dono. Jim, we missed you. It's not a stream without Jim D. Dukers over here. Much love. Guys, we want a lot of W's and a lot of love in the chat for Jim. I think normally when you're in a PR shitstorm, there's one where you like kind of wait it out a little bit, or some people
Disappear.
or some people will put out a statement right away. I think the fact her instinct to put out a statement, I don't think is wrong, but I think it's more damage control because again, she's not just responsible for her own thing; she's responsible for like the Mayyas, which is a multi-million-dollar thing now where they're traveling with this. You got Sofia Vergara from Modern Family. She's like, oh, you're amazed you get the golden buzzer. I think she was there. I'm watching Modern Family for the first time, by the way. So now that we're talking about America's Got Talent, it's making so much like now I'm like, oh, I know this person now. I think her instinct to say something was right, because I think it was a lot of excuses. But look, she's also been like, I take accountability for what I said. It's like, okay, you take accountability. Best you have, yeah. And again, how do you prove that? Like, look, I'm no longer racist. Here, I'm hugging a Muslim. What does she do?
I
Does she
have
get it?
Muslim friends.
What does she do,
The fact
yani?
that she actually has Shia friends, and she's no, خلاص, I'm not gonna say anything.
لازم ناخدها خلاص. She has to go.
It's just the educated people,
She
guys.
has to spend the day in Dahi. She has to spend the day in Dahi from morning to night. Do Dahi
والله it's
activities.
the other guy more though. كمان يعني.
اثنيناتهم.
Let's not
نبعتوا
just
اثنيناتهم
say
على
that.
Dahi. They go, they spend the day there, they spend the day with people, they get to meet these people who they think of as animals. تعرفوا عليهم.
I
Meet
really
someone.
think-
Meet someone from Dahi. Meet
Or
someone
like-
from the south.
Community kitchens, you know, like I feel like there has to be like some community retribution to be given back. It's like, okay, yeah, it's there has to be rehabilitation, because for someone to make this comment, whatever means they are isolated from what's happening, like they're so sheltered from the experience of war and the experience of being displaced, that maybe عن جد like making the food and going to give it to displaced people and looking into their eyes and seeing like عن جد they are just people with families that are like on the streets, maybe that would teach them something instead of just putting out this like fucking fake apology shit.
We're gonna quickly watch the guy's apology.
مساء الخير.
Some of my best friends are people
بفتكر اليوم كلكم سمعتوا الفويس نوت اللي صدر مني
Good
عم
one.
ببعته لصديقتي آية شرف برايفت كونفرسيشن على واتساب.
Private. That doesn't make it any. Guys, we were being racist in private, okay? This was supposed to be private. I only use the N word when I'm with my friends.
That's what I said. Why can't we see it?
there you
Go back.
مساء الخير. أنا اسمي فاروق التقي.
He says, "Good evening. My name is Farouk Al-Tai."
بفتكر اليوم كلكم سمعتوا الفويس نوت اللي صدر مني عم ببعته لصديقتي آية شرف.
He's saying, I'm pretty sure you've all heard that viral voice note which I sent
She reposted it.
to my friend Aya Sharaf. Yeah, she reshared this on her own Instagram.
برايفت كونفرسيشن على واتساب.
We were having a private conversation on WhatsApp. Doesn't make it any better, buddy. It doesn't make it any. And no, it was not leaked. No one leaked your thing. You shared it on Instagram. You did this.
By the way.
You two did this to yourselves. And Tabato, she's like, I'm gonna share this. What? Like, come on, guys, come on. We're on gender. We're being nice, yeah.
Objective. We're being objective.
Being objective, man. Hey, this is horrible.
ستوريز اللي أنا توجهت فيه
Yeah, I know
للطائفة
Nadim,
الشيعية
she's Muslim, so it's not about a Christian versus
She's
Muslim
Sunni. Yeah, you see,
thing.
guys,
She's
look,
Sunni, yeah, I know.
Muslim
I know,
versus
I've met
Muslim.
her.
Everybody hates everybody, folks. It's
But
like,
that's the thing we need to like Anjad get to the root of. You know, it's not Muslims versus Christians, guys. It's literally just pitting people against people. Like, oh, this guy that makes like 50K is better than the guy that makes 30K a year. No, it's not that.
Chris is saying she can marry a Shia man. Hey, you know, that's a way to learn friendship. That's a way to learn coexistence.
Oh, I just got it. I just got what he meant.
الشيعية الكريمة بكلام غير اللي أنا توجهت فيه للطائفة ونحط ستوريز اللي أنا توجهت فيه للطائفة الشيعية الكريمة بكلام غير لائق ما كان لازم يطلع مني ولا يصدر مني أبدا.
He's probably like, also like, why did you have to share this shit? Like, lady, I shared you this racist voice note. I sent it to you. Why did you have to like? I mean, he should be mad at her. Like, why would you put this out everywhere? I was being racist.
Probably, are you insane? They probably like went at each other's throats.
He's like, how could you fucking share this?
Yeah, you think it went over smoothly?
He's like, what?
He lost her
He lost his
and
job,
probably,
bro.
This is probably gonna drag on with him for a while after employment.
She ruined his life. She should apologize to him too. Everybody, yeah, they should all be apologizing. But some of this
No
guy,
one should apologize. People should be rehabilitated and wash their fucking mouths with soap or rethink how they view the world. It's not anyone's fault. Like, he knew what he was saying when he said it, and just because he thinks no, he was protected because it was in private or in the darkness. يعني لا, like. Karma.
She broke
That's
the
what people
rule.
need to understand, that karma is everywhere and there is actually no escape from like what you think or what you believe. You have to, but كله بده يتحسب. Everyone's gonna get their due.
Marina sends a $2 super chat and says, Farouk بعد السحسوح. Let's continue his statement.
لأنه هذا الحكي مرفوض وما عندي مبرر له أبدا وما فيني أحط لحالي عذر أبدا.
He said,
You see?
what I said is unacceptable, blah, blah, blah.
كلام غير
That's at
لائق.
least more acceptable. And he said, I can't put any excuse behind the scene. You should put the excuse of a war, bro.
ما كان لازم
I
يطلع
murdered someone because there's a war.
Yeah, no.
ما كان لازم يطلع مني ولا يصدر مني أبدا لأنه هذا الحكي مرفوض.
It's okay. So everything I said about the Shia should not have been said. This is unacceptable behavior from me.
وما عندي مبرر له أبدا وما فيني أحط لحالي عذر أبدا وهذا الشيء أبدا ما لازم يمرق.
He said that there's no excuse. I can't say anything to explain what I said.
أنا عليه أنا بعتذر من كل شخص سمع الفويس نوت من كل شخص مس فيه الفويس نوت بالشخصي وأخذها إهانة لإله سواء كان شيعي أو أمه كانت شيعية أو عنده صديق شيعي.
She's like, I'm apologizing to everybody who was offended, who was hurt. If anyone has a Shia, if you're a Shia, if you have a Shia mom, I don't know why he's specifying the moms. If you have Shia friends, if you have Shia dads, fuck you. If your mom is Shia, I'm sorry. He's very specific apology.
هذا الشيء مرفوض تماما. أنا بعتذر من الكوميونتي اللي عنا بميركوري كلوب لأنه.
So he's apologizing to the community at the Mercury Club, which is the club where he used to train, because as far as we know, he's been fired. He's been let go of his work at Mercury Club.
Akil is asking, are Shias in Lebanon generally considered poor? Habiba, they're probably the richest.
Like everyone, there's rich Shia, there's poor Shia.
Yeah. Like in every religion, you will find some extremely rich, but Shia are very, very مرتبين. عالم. If you see the homes they are destroying in Jnub, it's funny because there was a lot of things that were being shared, like people that are trying to like overcharge for shitty apartments, and then you see like the actual beautiful homes in Jnub and the people that they had, like their mansions and beautifully decorated, and the architecture is so, they're very tasteful and educated people. So saying this is very, very comes from an ignorant place.
عارف قد ايه انا ما هيدا تربيتي.
Oh, all right.
What did he say at the end?
He says
or-
that's not how I was raised.
That's not how I was raised.
That's not how he wasn't raised. He was raised better, you know. Look, I'm sure he was. I'm sure his mom would, if you know,
Gotta
if
beat
she's
him for
around, hopefully,
now.
would love to smack him in the head or something. But you said what? Hit him in the head. Listen, guys, he's fired. She's, I don't know what was gonna happen.
Rehabilitation. There needs to be like a public accounting of rehabilitation. Yani there's no
بس
okay
شو رح تعمل؟
getting
she's gonna film herself going to like shaking
لا
people's hand like
film herself بس انه like هي باينه وبين حالها she should understand like انه or at least the overall message that comes out of this is not I feel just shaming people about what they did because
yeah, I know.
yeah you know what I mean انه like I think we should all publicly say that انه definitely the answer to deal with like anyone by the way this is like okay a stranger that we know where this happened to but if you have like a little cousin or a sibling or someone that's maybe like younger than you and like says these things from like an ignorant place there has to be a solution for people to coexist together يعني because it's not like okay just punish that person and then you ostracize them from society and then you essentially make them the problem and show them that they can never re-enter يعني society and like communities. So I don't think just shunning is the answer. I think there has to be actual accountability and like understanding why this happened and the
She needs
fact
to
that
join Hezbollah.
people are saying things كتير من تحت لتحت
She
and
needs
everyone
to
thinks
join-
they have their little cliques and their little inside jokes.
She's got to join Hezbollah. She's got to
We're
go to the
one
border.
nation of Lebanon, babe.
There's one video that's gonna save her. She's got to be holding a rocket launcher. على حدود.
Nadim made a good point.
عم بتقوي. She needs to be shooting an RPG towards the Israelis, wearing the Hezbollah bandana, and then
Babe, she
تهيس مع
like fucking
الشباب.
shops Hermes, like everything.
She's got to drop the Hermes and pick up the Hezbes. Where the Hezbes?
I think she needs to go
Pick
to
it up,
they
grab
both
an
need to go into
RPG.
a soup kitchen for like 3 months and get their shit together.
روح على حدود أوصي لك كم RPGs صوب الإسرائيلية. Get the ultimate redemption from the Shia community. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Join the resistance. خلاص. Join the resistance. عمل لي photo shoot in the resistance garb. Even maybe dance. Get some Mayyas dancers to join you كلكم in Hezbollah outfits. Well, I don't know.
A
You know?
dance. oh my
Let's
God.
go. That's how you honor the resistance. هيك you apologize like خلاص. We good? The Shia community. I'm not Shia, but I think they can be pretty forgiving if you do something like that. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. They will be down if you film a Hezbollah propaganda video. It's not gonna be the worst thing for them, I think. So, شو بدنا نعمل? Now you might think, well, that's one story of a dancer sharing a racist comment on
Oh yeah,
on,
we're not done with this
on
segment.
Instagram private close friends. Well, 4 years ago, the exact same fucking shit happened. The exact same thing happened.
And if they know each other, that's even fucking more funny.
If they know each other, that's hilarious. Anya, هلا عاملين support group if they know each other.
Not that the situation is funny.
They're on a WhatsApp group like, oh my god, I know what you've been through. I insulted the blacks.
There's like a recovery program.
So now this person that we're going to talk about, this happened 4 years ago. Her name was Anya Alaeddine. She was also like a Lebanese, maybe half like a Ukrainian dancer. I don't remember. She's half Lebanese, at least. She's like a dancer. Went viral 4 years ago for making fun of Africans on her Instagram stories. Close friends that again, some hero was like, you know what? I'm gonna leak this. I'm gonna screenshot this and I'm gonna like share these with everyone. Not leak. I'm using the terms that I was using. Well, let's see. This was don't judge me by this. This was 4 years ago. I looked very different. The set kind of the same. Weirdly
Get
enough.
ready, guys.
You folks might remember Anya
Oh,
Alaeddine
shit.
from a couple of episodes ago. She is a look at that hair. Look at me now. Much
Look
better
at
hair
me
now.
now.
My hair was deep fried back then. And
Sexy.
this was short, not long after I had dyed it blonde. So I just cut my hair after having bleached it. So my hair was like
was a
fucking
bit-
gone.
yeah,
it was
yeah.
dry. It was just
Yeah,
fuck.
same thing happened to my hair. No way, the
Lebanese-
bleaching was too much.
Like gymnast, athlete, bunch of things. She got into some hot water for putting out a very, very racist Instagram story to her close friends. Let's make that Same clear. shit. Oh look, I'm wearing a Teddy Fresh t-shirt, by the way, just to show you guys the history of the show. The Teddy Fresh is being proudly rocked over here. This is one of the 4 Teddy Fresh shirts that I did not give away. I still have it. I don't know what to do with it, but I like the shirt. So I talked about it a couple of weeks ago. Anya actually saw it. The joys of this show is that when you talk about people, they see it and then they reach out to you. Don't you just love that? So she left a comment on my Instagram. She actually followed me on Instagram, then left a comment which said, I already apologized and explained my harsh statement that was meant for my close friends.
The week before?
Unfortunately, my experiences and situations that I've been through every time I had work in Africa led to this emotional outburst. I really hope you take down the video, else it looks like one of those yellow press statements. I think she's calling me like a tabloid or something, which, hey.
She's trying to be like, you're being like,
The yellow press.
and no, like, I'm like those, and no, like page 6 or something.
Let's cut back. Let's see. Okay, I think this was...
Such a useless comment.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay, trigger warning, by the way.
I forgot, yeah. I was like, what am I reading?
Okay, I'm sorry. Like, look, she did use just 1G, but she shared. So this was her Instagram. Holy fuck, dude. God damn, I did not remember.
Let's
this
go.
was this fucking bad.
I at least hope that the misspelling was on purpose and not just out of like fucking
So she
complete
shared.
ignorance.
Yeah, shit. I'm gonna be racist. بس عيد بالسود شو مساتي. So she's saying I'm gonna be racist. بس عيد بالسود شو مساتي is basically Arabic for fuck the blacks. They're so stupid. Oh my, I'm so sorry for saying this, guys. Like, this is horrible. So she's saying I'm gonna be racist, guys. This was on her close friends. She said, but fuck the blacks. They're so stupid. We are mentally superiors to the black N-words.
Fucked up.
You guys reading that? Jim with another $10 super chat. Jim, thank you so much. That is so kind and generous. He says, ironically, the great Emma Goldman said, if I can't dance, I want no part of your revolution. Where you see, weirdly enough, if I can't dance, now our dancers need to be
they need to be
retrained or something in terms of
recultured. And Jed, it's sad because like all art forms are the things that usually like represent, especially like oppressed countries or people that like, you know, don't have their voices amplified. وجايين نحن هون pretending like we're in some first world country talking about like other people like we're Arabs, bro. Shut the fuck up.
Here is. So this was the video that she put out. I think it's also in Arabic, so I will translate for you.
Last story عندي سؤال واحد. Have you ever been to Africa? تاني شيء ما عم بقول إنه
She's saying in response to my last story, have you ever been to Africa? Like before you comment on my last story. I'm gonna be racist, بس عيد بالسود.
Okay, so whoever is judging me about my last story عندي سؤال واحد. Have you ever been to Africa?
So if you're judging me by my last story, I have one question. Let's please keep in mind this was 4 years ago. She's eaten shit for this. She's apologized for this. Let's hope.
Yes, we're not gonna get into it
she's
like
moved
that.
on. I used to have a clip of me talking about this on YouTube, which had a lot of views, and she kept for like 3 years, like, please take it down, please take it down, please take it down. So I eventually I took it down. So I'm like, okay, khalas, like enough time has passed. So I don't mean to bring this up again. I'm just bringing this up to just show Aya, you're not alone. There's others like you out there, okay? And maybe if you don't know Anya, maybe reach out to Anya and be like, hey, what did you do to make amends? How did you learn to not be racist? And maybe you guys can have a nice little conversation. Or you can be racist together, but do not share them on your close friends. Be racist, keep it closed in your group. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue this video.
تاني شيء ما عم بقول إنه الأفريكانز أو السود ما فين يصيروا mentally على our level. إذا
Okay, so here's
Oh my god,
I wish
I
you
have
guys
so much to
understood
say
Arabic.
about this,
I wish
please.
you guys understood Arabic. She's saying, I'm not saying that black people cannot reach the level of white people
Our level.
if they work on themselves. I'm not saying that. That's what she's saying. Okay, guys, listen. I'm not saying that black people can't get where we're getting to. Like, I'm not even doing a good job translating. It's so fucked up what you're saying.
Africans أو have you ever been to Africa? تاني شيء ما عم بقول إنه الأفريكانز أو السود ما فين يصيروا mentally على our level.
She's saying, I'm not saying they can't mentally get to our level, but what I am saying,
إذا بيشتغلوا على حالهم أكيد وبيعيشوا برا أكيد
Nour's face says it all. Nour's like disgusted by what she's hearing.
نفس الشيء إنه بلبنان شيء وبرا شيء بس.
She's trying to equate it. She's like, look, a Lebanese person in Lebanon is one way, and a Lebanese person abroad is another way. They're stupid here, but they're better abroad. So same with black people. They're stupid in Africa, but take them out, they're great. So it's good.
تالت كمان idea قبل ما انسى هن they're superior physically.
David Abdul she's got so many, she's gonna forget them.
Oh my god.
She's got so many racist stuff. She's like, wait, the third one, before I forget, they are physically. It's like, lady, how many did you write
She
these down?
actually just say that?
She has like a list. Like, here's the 12 things I hate about black people. Wait, before I forget. And she needs a whiteboard. But the script قبل ما تسوي الريلز هيدا.
تالت كمان idea قبل ما انسى هن they're superior physically. That's proven. and they're inferior mentally. That's normal.
Oh my god.
Okay, I didn't have to translate that one for you guys. You guys heard that
Oh
one.
my god.
Let's hear it again, shall we?
بس تالت كمان idea قبل ما انسى هن they're superior physically. That's proven. And they're inferior mentally. That's normal.
One is proven, the other is normal.
Listen, guys,
Right?
they're-
One is normal.
Yeah.
The other one is scientifically proven. Like, that's insane.
they're
It's
superior
normal for them to be
physically.
inferior. Like, it's the natural state for whites to be above blacks, right? Oh my god, that's insane, bro. No way.
Demi, have you been to
La, la,
Africa?
la, la.
Have-
Yes, actually, I have
Oh,
been.
sorry.
And no. Because I wanted to say something very specific about that. Her saying, no, first of all, have you ever been to Africa? Like, obviously, who the fuck doesn't know that Africa is an underdeveloped country? But hello, can we remember why it's underdeveloped? Because it's literally been like a country that's been graped over and over and over for like by the most bloodthirsty people. And like these people have been like oppressed beyond oppression. Yeah, they've been enslaved. They were literally sold. People were sold, and their whole progress as a nation has been as a country, as a people, has been held back. So when you say, have you seen Africa before? Yani, it's such a dumb-ass comment. Like, I don't have a more eloquent
Actually-
word for that now. It's because we made it that way. Like, not us specifically,
yeah.
but like
Oh,
humans made it like that.
Us specific Lebanese
Kamena,
people
Lebanese
specifically. I have a
people.
story that I told Demi not too long ago
Yeah.
about my cousins when they lived in France. So Lebanese people, there's a big Lebanese population in Senegal, and Lebanese people have contributed to like a lot of like very, I think, just unethical business practices in Senegal and like in blood diamond money. And a lot of Lebanese people, I think, made a lot of money in Senegal and in other African countries by taking advantage of the local population,
Depleting resources.
just being complete fuckheads. I have no doubt about that. No doubt about that. So at some point, my cousins lived in France. So they called like a TV repair guy to come repair their TV. So my aunt opens the door. TV repair guy comes in, walks in. He's African. He asks my aunt, "Hey, where are you from?" He noticed she has an accent. She's like, "Oh, nous sommes Libanais. We're Lebanese." He looks at my aunt. He's like, "Vous êtes Libanais? You Lebanese?" Packs all his grabs all his tools, packs that shit up. And I don't remember exactly what he said, but he's like, "Lebanese people." He looked at my aunt. He's like, "Lebanese people, like I cannot ruined my country. I
Yeah.
refuse to work for you." Packed his shit, walked out of the house, left them hanging high and
Messed up
dry, bro.
story.
My aunt has never been to Senegal. She's done nothing. She's never set foot there. He was like, "You're Lebanese? I'm fucking leaving." Packed his shit and left. He's like, "I ain't fucking working for you colonizers or oppressors." And hey, more power to him. I get him. Like, I understand, dude. Like, you know what I mean?
It's like a stance.
Yeah, he must have. Yeah, I don't know what he saw or what happened to him or his family at the hand of Lebanese people, but it must have been really fucking bad for him to have that kind of
Yeah.
reaction. And in France, like, you risk getting fired if he was working for like some company and they sent him as a contractor. He could get fired if my aunt had called and complained. But she
100%.
obviously she felt guilty. She felt nothing but like, holy fuck, like
Like
what
how
did this guy
bad
go
must
through?
it have been
Yeah.
for him to like just like lose the job or lose whatever just based on a stranger.
Like,
Okay, Amina, by the way, the fact that this girl is saying these things, and have you been to Africa, blah blah blah, like maybe you don't know under what premise she lived there, like what her parents do for money, or you know what I mean, like you don't know how she's implicated in Kamina, how people deplete.
Let's keep watching this racist video.
إنه حدا inferior mentally, حدا inferior physically.
As I say, it's
That's
only fair.
normal.
Someone's got to be inferior mentally. Someone's got to be inferior physically. It's just
It
the way,
has to be like
it's
that.
the way it goes.
إنه حدا inferior mentally, حدا inferior physically.
She's so
The
casual.
thing is, if you've never been to Africa, you cannot really judge them. And
So if you've never really been to Africa, you can't really judge them.
I don't know, like
What happened to only
ca-
God can judge?
I don't know. I think
What
God.
happened to that?
I think God. But look, God's not supposed to see this video, babe. She shared it to her close friends.
فيني أنا أخبركم شو صار. So
Out of my
the whole
private.
point is إنه هن هون عايشين بالenvironment تبعهم وهالشي ما بخليهم to evolve يعني ما فيكم يعني it's
So I think she's in Africa while she's recording
this
this.
is ignorance,
So she's
haram.
saying like now these Africans, when they're living in their own environment, they can't evolve.
It's their own
Because
fault.
there's
Victim
yeah,
blaming.
unless you take an African out of his environment, he's gonna remain inferior. You have to take him to Western nations that sponsor genocides, and they're the ones that are developed, of course, the ones that murder women and children for fun.
It's not just about the skin and all blacks, but specifically the blacks that are in Africa and live in Africa, they're really mentally inferior. حتى خدوا اتنين بيد واحد شحاد
Really
Bro,
mentally
she's
inferior.
recording a podcast. She's like, well, she's like, I want to fucking get in on this. Like, she's like, you know
She
what?
has points to say, and she's
Eh.
standing by them like she's digging her heels in.
Like, she probably got some hate for other comments. She's like, oh, y'all want to complain? Well, let me explain why black people are like, what the fuck are you doing, lady? Anyway, again, this was 4 years ago. I'm sure this lady has been rehabilitated, and I'm sure she's now married to a black man.
Africa, they're really mentally inferior. حتى خدوا اتنين بيد واحد شحاد واحد معلم بأحسن جامعة اثنيناتهم أمريكان بدكم تقولوا لي إنه they're both equal? No.
So now she's trying to make it
Oh
look.
my
Now she's trying to use what she's like. Look, you can take two white people if you want. One is rich and is educated. One's a homeless man. You're gonna tell me they're both equal? No, you can't. So why are you making it about race? So why don't you just make it about class?
Yeah, by
Just
the
make
way.
it about class if that's what it is.
Thank
Yeah, okay.
you.
Someone who's poor who can't get
Thank
educated
you.
is gonna be mentally. It's not true.
That's
but
what
if,
she's saying
if that's what she's
under
trying to say,
yeah.
educated versus uneducated. Okay, make it about class, and then dig a little deeper. Start questioning. Okay, why am I saying that? Why is the standard of living lower in Africa? What may have happened there so that like maybe they don't have access to resources or education or something like that? It's just
isn't fair. وهن they're superior than us بالphysical strength ب energy levels man بضلهم ينططنوا ما بعرف
oh my god, bro. That's so racist. بضلوا ينططوا. She's like that.
Energy levels, man.
She's like they have higher energy levels. They're always hopping around.
That's because they're not eating poison like we are every single fucking day. They're eating real food.
But the way she's thinking, like بضلوا ينططوا, like that's like kind of like they're just hopping
so
around. Like
ignorant.
what do you mean they're hopping around? Like just it puts an image in your head that's kind of racist.
جامعة اثنيناتهم أمريكان بدكم تقولوا لي إنه they're both equal? No. Life isn't fair. وهن they're
Life isn't fair, folks.
So privileged. I have never seen women.
Did you ever watch this video before? Or it's the first time, no?
No, I think I watched the first 3 seconds, بس مش هالقد.
This one's a classic, man. This is a do not worry classic shit right here. This was 4 years ago. Had the vintage. We're going into the past.
I think Fatima showed me the first 3 seconds, and she thought because it was happening now, and then like you told me that no, this happened 4 years ago.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's recircling now again, guys.
Yeah, this is going viral
Which is
again now.
honestly a fucking lesson in the fact that like we did not learn as a nation, and like there's no accountability because like we always like let these things go under the table, and لا, this ain't normal.
superior than us بالphysical strength ب energy levels man بضلهم ينططنوا ما بعرف
Oh my God, bro.
energy man dancers امبارح عادوا رقصة 100 مرة يعني شابوبا فإنه that's the whole point.
She's saying, oh, I was at a dance recital yesterday and the black dancers kept on jumping around. They have so much energy. Like, good for them. Like, I tip my hat to them.
So I hope you understand. If not, so هيك عم
It's
بحكي
not La'aid at the end, she said. I don't know if you caught that. She's like, I hope you guys understand. And she's trying to be like, she's like, I hope you guys understand. And if not, La'aid, I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Or like
She's
to
like,
my dick,
I just don't give a fuck.
basically, yeah. That's
خلينا
crazy.
افتح قلبي. So أنا أساس اليوم لازم
What'd you say? Look at Iftah Albi. She regretted that very. As she was begging, please take down the video. I don't think she was as happy to be like, I'm Iftah Albi or whatever the fuck.
So هيك عم بحكي خلينا افتح
Maybe you
قلبي.
should put more effort in your physical, you know, energy and less in your mental. لأنه the mental is really يعني هو it's funny because people think you know all mental is above physical بس هو life actually may I remind you is survival of the fittest and talking a lot won't get you too much if you're not really physically doing your best you're gonna eventually lose the race. Yeah, physical inferiority.
Exactly. Chris sends a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Chris, for the generous dono. Says, yeah, Africa doesn't thrive for no reason. Farmers get $1 a day. Middlemen force low prices, take most profit, while child labor persists.
Exactly.
No wonder. Exactly. The things that we've done to Africa are unforgivable.
So أنا أساس اليوم لازم
Thank you, فتحت قلبي كمان. Which is like. So yeah, that was 4 years ago. Honestly, they're both pretty bad. This is worse. They're both all racism
Yeah,
is
this
bad.
one was the most.
It's like this one, she went on like a 4-minute diatribe. Like, I'm gonna list the reasons why I don't like black
why
people.
this is true.
And explaining her logic and like, this is why they're like this. Like, we get the brains, they get to jump high. Isn't that? It's
Bigotry.
fine.
Explain.
Aya, okay,
Zoomed in.
shared. It's really bad. It's like she shared something that someone else said. She's like, oh, no, that's funny. I'm gonna share with my racist. Like, it's fucked. And she added commentary to it, which made it fucked. But like, this lady was just like, let me just sit there and fucking rant on Africans. Crazy. So that's the Mayyas controversy. I think Jess Polito has just renewed their membership. Oh, it says we got another member today. I might have missed it. Let me check, folks. Jess Polito, thank you so much for becoming a member. Let me see if I missed any other memberships. I cannot see it. I cannot see it. Mystery member. We got a mystery member, folks. Mystery member. Thank you so much, Jeff, for the Jeff Polito.
Jess.
Thank you, Jess. Afwish says this made Aya shut up look like an angel. I know, right? This is anytime someone anytime someone walks up to you like, aren't you that lady who said that racist thing? Just show them the other video. Yes, but have you seen this? Maybe that'll help. I don't know.
Fuck.
Maybe that's gonna help. You know, if she goes into a meeting with the Mayyas, like Aya, we have to talk about something.
Oh my god.
We have the whole Mayyas crew has made a decision. You know, we have decided to wait before you say anything, please. Have you seen what this lady has said? Just play the full 5 minutes uninterrupted. Maybe that'll get you off the hook. And also, yeah, like them you're saying, like Mayyas is comprised of like 30 dancers or something.
Yeah.
So I'm sure.
No. I'm
sure a lot of them are
100% sure
Shia,
of them, like, yeah, there's no way.
This is not going to be cool.
And
I
there's
think
the different ages, by the way, so I'm 100% sure this no way reflects the actual dance group or the academy.
Yeah, but internally,
you know
I
what
gotta
I
say,
mean?
like,
And
a lot of the dancers are gonna be very, like, when an actor gets accused of, like, doing something horrible behind the, at home.
Community لأنه,
Yeah, like, if an
right?
actor gets accused of, like, being a domestic abuser or, like, he made a racist comment, everyone who's, and
100%.
he's currently filming a movie, it's gonna be very uncomfortable for everyone else on that set to have that guy come on set and make them feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean? So I think now there's a chance that her coworkers, Aya's coworkers, might feel uncomfortable being in her presence, like a Shia performer that's part of Mayyas right now. You know what I mean? Shouldn't have to dance or to collaborate with someone who has openly been racist on her people.
Just awkward.
So it's very awkward, and I don't know how they're gonna handle it. Did they have a meeting? Are some of the dancers from the group going to be like, you know what, we refuse to perform unless you handle the situation? Or like, nahna, if there's like a group of Shia dancers there, they'll band together, be like, you know what, we're not comfortable with this. We at least want a statement. We want some kind of accountability. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe they're just going to pretend like it never happened. Give it a week. The internet, people forget. You know what I mean? People move on from shit. I remember. Because everything is, because we have a database. Everything is logged on. You know what I mean? I have the show. The show helps me keep track.
Nadim says, not gonna lie, trust me, I know a lot of them. وبعد في كتير. Lol, guys.
There's a lot of
Yes,
racism.
Island, fuck off, Nadim.
So there's a lot. Okay, so if
Good one.
so yeah, Kamena, yeah. So I'm sure there's a lot of people in Mayyas that disagree with her. There's probably a lot of people there that agree. Welcome to Lebanon, folks. Welcome to Lebanon. And all I'm gonna say is, good luck. You know what I'm saying? And whoever who works with Aya or who's like a student, you know, good luck. I would say, bas Kamena. No one should be judged by their worst moment. No one should have to pay for a mistake for the rest of their lives. Okay, this is one mistake, but no, this is a mistake that represents possibly a very deeply rooted type of way that she thinks, which is you're gonna need more than an apology to make up for it. But no kamena, everyone should have a chance to redeem themselves. I'm not perfect. Demi's not perfect. We've all done things that are bad. We've all said things that we regret. We've all said hurtful things.
Accountability.
Everyone should have a chance for forgiveness. If I think took the first step by putting out that statement. I think that was a good first step. Even the trainer that put out that video, good on him. Okay, I'm sure they hate me. If this comes across them, they're gonna think that I'm a fucking asshole for even talking about this. But no, I think the fact that they both put out a statement, that is good. I like the fact that the trainer put out a video. I think that's even a bit more sincere. And I think Aya should also give this a few days to die down, and then to really show people that you actually care, you got to address this a second time. Even if you're like, oh, but what if they're forgetting about it now? I should forget. If I were Aya, I would give it a couple of days and then I would drop a video. 5 minutes, fucking sit there and talk and be honest, be open. The more vulnerable you are, the more people are likely to perhaps listen to you and give you a shot. If you just want to be like, you know what, khalas, my people are going to forget. I'm just going to change my name on Instagram and this is going to head out. Khalas, it's fine. chances are no one's gonna even know. You know what I mean? But you know who is gonna know? Your coworkers, your dancers, your fellow artists. This is an industry. Maybe people like me who had never heard of you before, who are gonna forget your name, Bukra. I'm not gonna think of this. But fi alam, your industry is small. Now you're known. Every single dancer in Lebanon, I'm sure, has seen this, has come across this. So for your own professional career, continue to make amends. Don't forget about this. I'm sure, hopefully, one day, you know, everything will be fine. Same goes for the trainer. Keep just my body, fan. I don't know how someone, what you do to fix this. In America, if someone says something against black people, they go and they meet them with Reverend Jesse Jackson. You know what I mean? They have a designated, or Al Sharpton. They're the two unofficial representatives of the whole black race, apparently, in America. If someone says something racist against black people, they meet either with Jesse Jackson or Al Sharpton. So do we have a Shia Al Sharpton here in Lebanon? Do we have a Shia Jesse Jackson that she can go do a meeting with, shake hands, meet an imam? You know,
someone said that in the chat.
Someone said that, yeah.
Meet an imam.
Meet an imam. Go sit down with, go meet with a Hezbollah militant. Do a little interview. Let the Hezbollah militant teach you about resistance, the importance of resistance, what's wrong with Zionism. Then, you know, we can solve it. Yeah, we're gonna move on because we've spent a lot of time on this topic, like a good hour, I think.
Oh shit.
Exit says some things can't be apologized for. It's not the beautiful thing. Exit. It's not for me to decide. I am not wala judge, wala jury, wala executioner. I'm just here to comment on what happened, give my 2 cents. And I told you what I would do. If I were an employer and one of my employees says something that fucked up, they're gone. They're just gone. Khalas, I do not associate you with my brand. I do not associate you with anything on the show. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's how we would do it here. But it's not for everybody. It's okay. I'm so glad that I don't have to think about this starting tomorrow. And in 4 years from now, when another dancer posts something racist
every
on their
4
close
years,
friends,
it has to happen.
we'll look back at this in 4 years, and we'll look back at the Anya again. The Anya story will be 8 years old 4 years from now.
We do like a little anniversary every time.
Right. Okay. Moving on. Let me open up a couple of links. We're going to talk about Lebanon right now. We were talking about Lebanon already, but we're going to talk more. So that was a fun topic. I know it's not a fun topic, but like it's refreshing to talk about Lebanese things. But this is how small this country is. Like one of us knows the people that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't comment on controversies here without it being fucking awkward as shit.
Oh yeah, there's already like the next day there was like comedians that we know making like little skits about it. They were pretty funny.
Skits about who?
I told you the one that Ahmed did.
Oh, about her. Yeah, right.
It was really good.
It's pretty fun.
It was like the new Mayyas dance. And he does this. بكره الشيء. And then he continues. It was a pretty good one.
Shake that. Honestly, yeah. I think what they're gonna do is they're just gonna be like, shh, pretend nothing happened. Never mention it again.
Hella, to be fair, she didn't lose followers. She still has 50K. So I think yani, she's maybe gonna be a bit هيك مش not even shunned يعني, like maybe like people as you said in the dance community who would be comfortable, who would not be comfortable to like engage in a dance with her or like a project or something like that. But you know, followers, I don't think people really like
She's
got
gonna lose a few hundred, probably.
saw all of these things.
Probably, she's gonna lose a few hundred. It's not gonna affect her much. That's like, it's just gonna affect her when she goes into the office. Like, oh shit, she's the one who made fun of it. She went viral for making fun of. Like, it's just shit. Like, it's like,
yeah, I wonder if she'll still teach dance in Lebanon. Afrood.
Not my kids.
Not my kids.
She ain't teaching my children.
Not Maki روح نضبوا بالبيت. There's no dance lessons for you.
Maki's still sleeping here.
Do karate.
Let's take a quick little Maki break.
Cookie, his little marshmallow. Marshmallow cookie. Cookie. A little cookie marshmallow. I love marshmallows.
No.
Marshmallows. You could just dunk him in some hot chocolate. And look it up. You see his little snaggle tooth? His little tooth coming out.
His little tooth is sticking out. Ya Allah makuku. You see this little sweet boy, folks. Every time you guys support the channel, your support goes directly to making sure Maki stays fed. You hear that, Maki?
You little balbuli eating.
Little Maki. Haramnat is probably out there a little bored. Missing Makuki. Chris is saying, I just noticed we reached 29.7k. Yell at the 30k soon. Chris, don't jinx it. I've given up on reaching 30k.
Khalas, guys, let it go.
I
It'll
never want to
happen
reach
when it
30k
happens.
again. It stresses me out. Jess Polito, who's been a member for 9 months, sends a super message and says, can you please bring back the Arabic WOTD? I noticed that Arabic slang is becoming... Oh, word of the day. I noticed that Arabic slang is becoming very popular among Gen Z. We can't let Sneeko know more Arabic than
that
us.
would be fun.
I used to do that all the time. Bsaine, I guess. We do cat. Do you want to learn how to say cat in Arabic? Bsaine.
BC.
Or you can say BC. People who
BC
say
is
BC.
like the cute way to say
It's
it.
like saying kitty. Yeah. Cat
Kitty.
is Bsaine. BC is kitty. So,
Qut is actually bsain.
that's the formal word. Cat.
Or the
Bsaine.
naughty one.
Bsaine is the word for animals. For cats.
Makuku. Guys, every time this cat sleeps or cuddles, he has to like hold you or touch you, like have his toe on your toe. It's too cute. You want your toe on my toe? Yeah, let's leave him in the shot, Shway.
Oh, we can do this. I can just move the chat.
No, he shows. His butt is big enough to show.
There you go. We fixed the shot. Now we have Maki and Demi in one shot. Let me move the chat up a little bit. There you go. You guys can see some full Maki coverage. Oh, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? DG or Hui just gifted one Do Not Worry membership. Let's go. We got 3 brand new members today. Thank you so much, DG. That's so kind, so generous, so very sweet. You guys are the best. Okay. Can you sit? Just let me see if your head appears like that.
Yeah, I'm here.
You look good,
That's
right?
good, that's good.
We just have it like this for the cat, guys. Look, this is worth it. Okay, having the shot like this is worth it. We're gonna talk about Lebanon very quickly, folks. In Lebanon, okay. First, this is a Trump put this out. Trump put this out. I just want to read it. What does it say? Let me just drink some water before doing this. This is very when you see a president tweeting over and over again that another country didn't force him into a war. That's very reassuring. And he's totally not lying.
The fact that a president is tweeting is the concerning part.
Israel never talked me into the war with Iran. The results of October the 7th added to my lifelong opinion that Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. Did. I watch and read the fake news pundits and polls in total disbelief. 90% of what they say are lies and made up stories, and the polls are rigged, much as the 2020 presidential election was rigged. Just like the results in Venezuela, which the media doesn't like talking about. The results in Iran will be amazing. And if Iran's new leaders, regime change, are smart, Iran can have a great and prosperous future. President DJT.
There we go. Excuse me. So he's just confirming that it's not, he wasn't forced into the war by Israel. He hated October the 7th, affected him, and his lifelong opinion that Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. Blah, 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 blah. Great. This was just fun. Oh, so the word of the day. Do you guys want more words? Was Psaina enough? Or
I'll do dog and cat.
dog? Kelb. I think I've said dog
Yeah,
before. I've taught you guys dog before for sure. Anything that can be used as an insult I've used. Dog is kelb. Again, kelb. Okay, dog. Kelb و بسينة.
What's another common animal?
دجاجة.
Chicken. Jij. Jij. Chicken is
Dagaga.
jij.
Dagaga.
Or yeah, if you're Egyptian, you'll say dagag.
دجاج.
Dagag. Okay. Folks, let's take a second to mourn.
That was a quick jump.
We gotta mourn. Okay. We lost an IDF soldier
Oh my god.
in southern Lebanon, okay, by our boys. We lost someone, folks. We lost someone. Israeli soldier who works at Raphael. Is Raphael like an Israeli restaurant or something? A restaurant in Israel?
No
What
idea.
is this? What is this restaurante that people talk about? So we lost him, folks. Very tragic. And he joins his brothers and sisters that we've also tragically lost in the south. not here. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Every time I talk about these sad pieces of news, but yeah,
Tears up.
I get lost. Like I lose track of what I'm supposed to click or do.
He's just too emotional.
He looked like a good guy, you know. You know what I mean? Like he genuinely looked like someone I knew. He looks like he's just good all around dude. Let me put his picture up again. Here, look at him, guys. Look at this man. And now he joins his brothers and sisters. These boys. This guy. And there he is one more time. God, this fucking thing. Okay. One more time, folks. Demi, a moment of silence for our fallen heroes. Rest in peace, folks. Rest in peace. So sorry. So sorry. It's very sad. Very sad.
That you didn't die on your own land.
You know, they had to die here. And I hope Raphael sounds like a tasty restaurant. You know what I mean? I'm sure the Israelis will be happy to eat there in your honor. R.I.P. Fallen hero. True fallen hero, folks. He died in South Asia. He came to the South to die. Say hi to Moshe for us. In the pits of hell, you fuck.
Yeah, freaking.
Trump says he wants to make Lebanon great again, folks. Let's listen to that. That's what we need.
Haven't heard that one before.
He's made America great, and now, after making America great, he's setting his sights here. Our turn to be great.
Our deal with Iran is not in any way tied to Lebanon, but we will make Lebanon great again. I mean, it's about time we... we've sort of... The world has forgotten them, and they're good people.
Habib, wallah. I mean, babe, he said the world has forgotten us and we're good people. Isn't he a sweet man for saying that?
They've exploited.
Trump cares about us. Certain Lebanese people hear this and like they jizzed
feel
in their pants. Like, oh my,
yeah.
President Trump said Lebanese. Blah, blah, blah.
He thinks about us. He thinks about us. We're important.
He's talking about the Christians. You see, President Trump cares about the Christians. They care about us. Look, they think we're Phoenicians.
They think we're Phoenicians.
We're not Arab. We're
Lebanon, but we will make Lebanon great again. I mean, it's about time we did so. We've sort of the world has forgotten.
Eyes
them,
on your own country.
People.
Half y'all uneducated. Half y'all fucking poor.
Damn,
half y'all homeless.
Chris just said another bite's the last drop of milk taken. We forgot about exactly. We hope the guy that used to work at Raphael, that the milking department got his milk before he. You know, the Goonings, quick! We must get his milk. Moshe, everybody, quick! Not again. We must gather his milk again. Oh, Yadzi, please! I told you, we need to go.
What milk?
But the Israelis, when an IDF soldier dies, they try to get their semen.
What?
To preserve their like
Fuck
genetics.
off.
They have like a semen bank
Fuck
of dead.
off.
I swear to God.
Fuck off.
Swear to God.
That's some demon ass shit right there.
They gather their.
Why the fuck is a?
Quick,
I'm never gonna say it, but y'all know what I was gonna say.
Get his meal quick! I'm trying, but it is not working.
That's fucking insane. They're keeping their fucking satanic clone army alive through the milk. You know what milk? Fuck.
Milk him faster.
I don't want to know.
Milk him faster. Quick, milk him.
I don't.
The blood is coming.
Fuck! How do they even get it out of them?
I don't know. They have a system.
Oh my
the
god!
It's coming.
Like
Quick,
fucking...
quick, Yadzi. Finish faster.
Fuck.
Finish. I can't. I'm trying.
Fucking hell.
Ugh.
No, I didn't hear about that man with a long last name. I did not ever hear about that.
Afwesh says, Anthony, there's no way that's true. We've literally watched reports about this.
Like, yeah, I'm struggling to believe this, but no, at this point, nothing is.
Israel semen collection.
Hey, Maki, stop.
Dead IDF.
Maki has a biting problem, guys. He just bites even metallic things.
Swords of Iron War, posthumous sperm retrieval. Rise in Israeli parents retrieving sperm from dead soldiers. This is from the BBC in 2024. Okay, this is 24 BBC. The Israelis who want grandchildren from their dead son's sperm. This is an article that I'm reading. This
Oh
is
my
true.
god. ew.
2024. Increasing numbers of bereaved parents in Israel are asking for sperm from the bodies of their sons, many of them soldiers, to be extracted and frozen. Some rules on the procedure have been relaxed in the wake of the 7 October Hamas attacks, but families are angry and frustrated about the lengthy legal process they face.
Lengthy.
Avi Harushu's voice trembles as he recalls the moment he learned his 20-year-old son, Rif, had been killed in combat on 6 April 2024 in the Gaza Strip. The military officers who came to his door also presented him with a decision. There was still time to retrieve Rif's sperm. Was the family interested? Avi's answer was immediate. Rif lived life to the fullest, he says. Despite horrible loss, we choose to live. Rif loved children and wanted kids of his own. There's no question about it, he adds. Rif had no wife or girlfriend, but as Avi began to share his son's story, several women got in touch, offering to bear Rif's child.
Oh my god.
He says the idea is now his life's mission.
This is another level of mental sickness, mental illness.
The family is among a growing number who have frozen sperm since the 7 October Hamas attacks on Israel, in which about 1,200 people were killed and 251 were taken back to Gaza as hostages. Israel launched a major military operation in Gaza in response, in which more than 1,000 Palestinians have been killed, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. Oh, when they say Hamas-run, means that they're saying it's not true. About 400 Israelis have also been killed in the war. How unfortunate. Since 7 October, sperm has been retrieved from nearly 170 young men, both civilian and soldier, according to the Israeli health ministry. It is roughly 15 times the figure for the same period in previous years. They have collected unprecedented amounts of milk. We have gallons of milk and Israeli soldier sperm ready to go for any woman who would like to give birth to an Israeli hero. Success rates for retrieving the cells are highest if it is done within 24 hours of death, though they can live for up to 74. So there's 72 hours of milking. The milking can take place for up to 72 hours, but the most efficient milking will take place in 24 hours.
Irene Bertoni says, I don't understand how this wouldn't be against their religion. The religion that says that, like, they're literally better than others and, like, other people are like animals who, like... I think everyone needs to read the Torah before we make any generalizations about what their religion...
Look at this this is the late... Rachel Cohen says she and her husband faced so much opposition as they tried to bring about a child for their dead son, Kivan. That's her looking at the sperm.
You fucking desecrated the sanctity and sacredness of life.
They're making her look at the vials of sperm.
What kind of fucking genes are those to replicate to begin with? Sorry, but
yeah, no, she's nasty. She should not be... It's a good thing that those genes are gone, man. Anyways, Allah yarhamun. Moving to Lebanon. No more milk talk. Less milk talk, shall we? Joyce Kadam, who is an ex-El Jadid TV News. She's like a reporter, journalist. Update. Escalation. Lebanon-Israel ceasefire is collapsing. IRGC recloses the Hormuz Strait. Humiliates Arakshi. IRGC targets trade. Trump holding Situation Room meetings, according to Axios. Lebanon displaced on the road again after returning. No date for Iran talks. Bombing could resume soon. Yeah, the ceasefire that is happening right now is very fragile. A lot of shit is happening on the border. Israelis are still attacking the south. They've closed off a whole part of the south. They've established a yellow line, which we're going to get to right now. Crazy shit. But yeah, our ceasefire is very fragile indeed, folks. I'm going to cut the camera back to you, Shred, just because. Just aim it a bit more.
Why?
He's licking himself. Look at that, folks.
He's a licky boy. Sorry, guys. I'm working on some stuff for work. Updating our price lists.
I can't wait to get on the road again. My head hurts. The life I love is making music with my friends. I can't wait to get on. By the way, guys, I just want to give a quick congratulations to my boxing coach. Coach Celebs Pushing AI, who was just officially appointed today as Lebanon's national boxing federation coach. My boxing coach. My guy, who appears in Kung Fu Jesus, my Joseph Merab documentary. I love my coach. Today he's just been appointed as the head coach for the men's national boxing league. our official guys, our official boxers here in Lebanon, my coach is now their coach. So when I say that I have the best boxing coach in Lebanon, I'm not just fucking saying it. I'm not just speaking out of my ass. I'm not just
It's
blowing smoke
facts.
up his ass. He is genuinely the best boxing coach in the country. He also worked, literally worked with Freddie Roach in Los Angeles. At what is it called there? I forgot what their gym is called. Wild Card Boxing with Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach even gave my coach a custom pair of like leather pads for pad work with his initials stitched in them. So I'm just shout out to my coach for the awesome accomplishment. So very proud of him. Cutting back to Israeli media published photos claiming they show an Israeli tank in the streets of Bint Jbeil city in southern Lebanon. Look at this, folks. Look at the to say this is I cannot even describe this destruction. It's like a nuke was dropped there. Literally, someone dropped a nuke, and you got a tank driving through whatever the fuck is left. Look at this. This is insane. Insane. There's nothing standing. Literally a graveyard of houses and homes and buildings. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. This is Bint Jbeil being detonated. We saw footage like this last week, but here's more footage. Just completely erasing an entire... Bint Jbeil is a massive village. Look at this. They're empty. They're completely razing it to the ground. They're going to completely empty the most southern parts of South Lebanon and to probably try to build some little settlements, some military settlements, etc. This is a Lebanese family returning to their home in South Lebanon to find their home completely destroyed. Just look at this little girl's face. Can't play the music for copyright reasons.
No.
Let's look at this little girl.
The new generation that's coming,
Oopsie.
the destruction that they've witnessed is unfathomable.
Crazy, man. Look at that. The wall is fucking gone. Like, how do you even begin cleaning this up? Do you get a broom? How do you, Sanish? What do you do?
Get it, bro. Throwing out a bunch of shit.
Everything. The doors, walls have fallen over, man. Everything.
Years of hard work, years of saving, years of scraping, sacrificing, all of that. Like
she's wiping
books, man.
But this is an innocent baby, and haram. Just her wiping off her books.
Yeah.
That's the saddest thing. She's got little pants on, her little like. Haram, look at babe. It's like a painting that she painted. Look at that.
No. Anna, by the way, after the August 4 blast, the first two items I noticed were broken. Where it was like one was a huge painting I had done. There was pieces of glass that broke through the canvas, and then the other was like a couple of botanical books I had, and like all the covers were scratched. It's like the things that you look to for inspiration, you know, seeing them broken, like, okay, a chair or something like that. Like, you don't really think of that, but it's like,
look at her
your
crying,
fucking childhood, your innocence, your passion.
Watch your face.
No, Anjad, this is not right.
Oh, like a little sister, man.
And by the way, these kids are probably going to be the most like grateful kids when they grow up, because they're going to understand that at least we got away with our lives. At least dad could still put food on our table. At least mom was still there for us. Like, it's like they understand life at a way deeper level than material objects. Even though they are sad about them, of course, but crazy.
And I wish you could just give this family some money and just have them like get their daughter like a whole new painting kit or something.
Habibi.
How can we send them money?
That would be nice. Nice, Haida. I can buy a bunch of art supplies with part of the...
I want to give this girl specifically.
We can find this girl specifically, but in general, I think part of the money from the fundraiser, because we're thinking about a lot about like medical relief and food relief, which is obviously very important and critical, but also like some emotional relief or like, any kind of like artistic thing would be cute.
Okay, put out a tweet. Maybe we can get a response. I want to be able to help this girl through all of the donations that you guys so generously provided. Let's try to get her like a new painting set or something to wipe those tears off that face. Completely heartbreaking. By the way, just a couple of updates on what we're up to. We've already done the IRL stream at Nation Station. We've sent some money to Give Me a Paw, which is a Lebanese NGO that cares for animals. And we are planning to go visit them to do an IRL stream there to show you guys again how they're taking. They have like a nice little haven for animals. We're gonna go there. We're gonna show you guys the NGO, the animals, the puppies.
We're gonna play with them. We're gonna get a bunch of tennis balls.
We're gonna play with animals. We're gonna have a nice time.
It's gonna be so fun.
We've also reached out to another NGO that takes care of animals called Animals Lebanon. I told them that I'd like to send them some money. We're just trying to coordinate how to do it, whether in person or whether we send it to them via transfer. And they've also agreed for us to film a vlog there, so we'll be able to go film some footage, put a cute little video together as well for you guys to see. Show you guys a different side of Lebanon. And I reached out to the lady who's taking care of 40 cats in her home, Madame Diana. I reached out to her today. She's okay with us to go meet her. We're also going to make a donation and hand her some money so she can continue taking care of those cats. And she's okay with us filming a little video there. So we're going to go talk to her a little bit, shoot a cute little vlog with Madame Diana. So wherever we're donating money, I'm trying to, as much as we can, like film and give you guys like, what's better than a receipt? We're going to go spend time with these people and show you how they're spending that money and whose life you're making a difference in, essentially. So we're going to show you all these cute little animals that are getting the help. So that's the plan. I don't know when exactly we're going to be able to do them. So I know we're going to go to Give Me a Paw
waiting on them
on
for
a
the
Saturday. Yeah.
confirmation,
I don't know if it's going to be this Saturday or next Saturday. Animals Lebanon.
If there's two, maybe we'll try to get one done this weekend.
Yeah, we might be able to do an IRL stream this Saturday at Give Me a Paw. And I also want to try to make a vlog. I want to try to do both vlog and IRL stream.
That way, in case anyone can't tune in while we're there, because we're going to be streaming at an earlier time than we usually do. It's going to be like morning, yeah, at 10 a.m., 11 a.m.
I'm going to wait to see what they tell me.
Oh, yeah. But because like we have to be there during the daylight, I mean, and it's an hour drive away. So
Yeah.
it has to be at least like before 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. or some shit like that.
Yeah. Okay, let's continue. So I was over here. Okay, so that's the little girl. We got that. Here's a video of a man. Lebanese man mourns family killed in Israeli strike on Beirut home.
Week, every time I come back. It's been over a week. Every time I come back, it's the same feeling. The irony is we're sitting here with this and you've got the drones over our heads again.
His name is Wael Sabah. He's a relative of victims who got killed.
All of this is unreal.
But this is real. Wael's story of loss, like so many others here in Beirut and elsewhere in Lebanon.
When we were walking in the rubble, we were looking for like anything, you know, that this is one of the few things I have. You know, my brother and my mother and my neighbors and my home, 50 years. We've had this house since 1976. 50 years. A whole life was in here.
How is he speaking English in such a good accent? I thought all these people were uneducated, the hillbillies.
That's what a bunch of Americans told me when I did this like community program. What's it called? Community service program in Thailand, and like most of the people were all American. They were like, "How's your English so good? Like you speak English? Like, oh my god, fuck off."
Also, some Lebanese dancers seem to think that these people are animals.
We've had this house since 1976. 50 years. A whole life was in here.
12 people in this building were among the hundreds Israel killed on April 8 in a 10-minute wide-scale attack across Lebanon. Wael was abroad at the time. His family lived on the 7th floor.
And to think of how they went, you know, everybody grieves their dead. And I don't think the pain would be any less if they died in any other way. But to think of the violence and to try to construct their last moments, why were they killed?
I got a Christmas tree that was in storage.
Nothing existed here. Neighbors over 50 years together in the same building, the same neighbors. There was no target in this building. This is them sitting gossiping. I mean, this is This is typically them sitting gossiping. I mean, this is typically them.
The fucking drone. They're not even letting the guy fucking mourn, man. Leave these fucking people alone, you fucking animals, man.
This is me and her. This is a comfortable spot to land.
Wael says he now wants to channel his anger into seeking accountability, even though he knows Israel operates above the law.
If it wasn't for a ceasefire, they would still be in a temporary burial. We would still not be able to put them to rest. We're from Nabati, in the south of Lebanon, which was being bombarded aggressively on a daily basis. Why is anybody subjected to
Someone's kitchen, man? Like, what the fuck, dude?
anything like this? And everybody has a story of survival or tragedy. And that on its own is
You deserve that cigarette, bro. You enjoy that fucking cigarette, man, because you fucking need it, dude.
very hard to grasp.
Some of the many questions Wael wants answered. Zana Khuder, Al Jazeera, Beirut.
Ali
This is in Ba'a.
Rida says he found the bodies of his landlord's children blasted into the street after an Israeli airstrike. He told us they lived above his workshop, where he spray-painted cars here on the outskirts of the town of Sokhmor in Lebanon.
Found his landlord's kids blown across the street.
God.
The fuck, bro?
Lebanon's Bekaa Valley. This is what's left of his livelihood.
The drone, Lemon Cat says, God, the sound of drones is terrifying. If you guys go back and watch our IRL stream at Nation Station from a few days ago, you guys could hear the drone.
And that's not when it's at its loudest.
Yeah,
Sometimes they purposely go down, like the days when they've been like striking a lot, take it just to get in our heads, Akhtar.
It was a very low hum, but you guys could still hear it on the mic. So you guys like, yeah, we can hear the drone. That was like a very chill, casual drone. It's not, it's fucking, they do it, it's psychological warfare.
The Israeli strike happened at 3:30 in the morning. There was absolutely no reason, but Israel is known for this. They target civilians and in some places children. Here, a woman with her daughter and son were killed. Imagine, they were sitting at home thinking they were safe.
Ali and the neighbours told us the children's father is in hospital, blinded by the blast and with both his legs broken by falling rubble. They say they don't know if he'll survive.
Landlord?
The father of the children is blinded by the blast and in a something coma.
Damn, I think it's the landlord, yeah.
And my brain, like,
The town's mayor told us more than 140 houses have been damaged or destroyed.
Most of the people have returned, but they're worried about the general situation, and all of them are waiting for negotiations. And the internal situation in Lebanon, we're urging, needs unity.
Just down the road in the town of Mashgara, this is what remains of a building that included the homes of two families, completely destroyed when it was hit in an airstrike. The neighbours say they have no idea why certain homes were targeted. The families that live here had
Malcolm Webb, Bekaa Valley. Let's see what's up. If you have anything new, Israeli army reports casualties. Oh, we're gonna watch something about the cross soon. Yeah, we're gonna watch that. Okay, enough of that for now. We're gonna talk about the yellow line. So you guys, as you see in the thumbnail, and as you'll see in these photos right here, this is South Lebanon, and Israel has established a yellow line, just kind of like they did in Gaza. This is the Litani River right here, the blue thing. So Israel is now claiming all these yellow parts. They're claiming these southern parts of our border. Let's read what Hala Jabir had to say. And this is another picture with the yellow line here represented by blue. So this blue area is now, Lebanese people are not allowed to go in there. If we step across this yellow line within our own country, Israelis have a right to shoot and kill us with no accountability in our own country if we go on this land that has been designated as a yellow line. So let's see. Hala Jabir says, Israel just formalized its land grab in southern Lebanon with a brand new yellow line, a unilateral buffer zone straight out of the Gaza playbook. The IDF now claims a high security perimeter inside Lebanese territory, reportedly covering 55 villages. Not 5, Not 15, even though that's too many. 55. Residents are barred from returning, and Israeli forces say they will continue demolishing any homes, infrastructure, or threats they deem necessary within that area. Same rules of engagement as Gaza, same permanent occupation model. So again, residents are barred from returning, and Israeli forces they will continue demolishing any homes, infrastructure, or threats they deem necessary. They're destroying everything, by the way. Surely this was never agreed to by the Lebanese government. Was it? We don't know. The 10-day ceasefire, barely 2 days old, was presented as a pause to negotiate withdrawal and de-escalation. There has been no indication Beirut agreed to Israel carving out a security strip, preventing civilians from returning, or continuing destruction under its own rules. Netanyahu and the IDF are openly saying that they're staying put and expanding control. That's not a ceasefire. That's the slow-motion imposition of a buffer zone dressed up as security policy. Lebanon did not agree to give up these villages. Israel is acting as if it has. At this pace, it is only a matter of time before the resistance resumes activity against what is in effect an official occupying force. A ceasefire this fragile will not hold. Yeah, what Hala is saying is essentially because as Israel stays in the country and as they are actively occupying parts of Lebanon, they are essentially inviting and they're challenging Hezbollah to respond. And as Israel keeps on bombarding South Lebanon, keeps killing people in South Lebanon, they're increasing the chances of Hezbollah responding and retaliating. If Hezbollah responds or retaliates in any way, shape, or form, even if it's self-defense, it is considered an act of aggression. Israel has the right to strike Lebanon however they want, wherever they want. The war is back on. So
I'm just gonna charge my stuff.
It is horrendous. Let me actually see if there's a YouTube news report about this. Lebanon yellow line.
Despite a fragile ceasefire in Lebanon, Israeli troops on the ground have remained on guard. An Israeli soldier,
Sarah, good night. Thank you for being here.
Was killed on Friday when he entered a booby trap.
Chris, Kamena, good night. It's late here. Got to go to sleep. Good night, chat. What time is it? Oh, it's midnight. It is kind of late, I guess.
House. On Sunday, the Israeli defense minister said he had instructed his troops to respond with full force if threatened. He also said that the military had orders to destroy homes and villages near the Israeli border, calling them
such a look at dude, they riddled this house with so many fucking bullets. Oh my god, just a fucking living room, man.
Hezbollah terror outposts.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and I have instructed the IDF to operate with all force, both from the ground and from the air, and during the ceasefire, to protect our lives in Lebanon from any threat.
Hezbollah has also remained wary. On Saturday, the group's leadership instructed displaced people who had fled southern Beirut and the south of the country to wait for their green light before returning home.
The negotiations being conducted.
Yeah, a lot of people started rushing back, and I showed you guys some footage a few days ago of people driving back to the south as soon as the ceasefire was announced. People were like, "Fuck it, we're going home, bro." But even Hezbollah like instructed a lot of people to like go back to the shelters, leave this area or leave that area because we're not sure we can guarantee your safety, and the like Israelis are violating the ceasefire. So a lot of people have gone back to shelters. And everyone's kind of like in limbo because this ceasefire is very much like it's limbo. Like, what is happening? Is it going to hold? Is it not going to hold? What's happening with Iran? Shit's still going down in the south. Also, Israel keeping this part of the land doesn't necessarily mean they want to keep the land forever or they want to like go up and control the Litani River. But there's gas deposits in the ocean that like what were discovered not too long ago here in Lebanon. And Israel now technically controls those gas deposits. Let me see if I can find like a picture of that somewhere. Gas deposit, South Lebanon. So, okay. Look at that. Ooh, yeah, this is a great example. And it's in the times of Israel. Oh my God. We're going to visit. Look at this. Okay. Lebanon years away from gas riches, even if it closes border deal with Israel. So you see this is Lebanon here, okay, Nour. And you see these lines that go from here. These are we own this gas, basically. This gas is our natural resource to use if we want. And this, right now, is controlled by Israel, technically. Because this part right here, this whole part of the map, has been sanctioned off by Israel. This is part of the yellow line. So now Israel might not be making a permanent land grab. They could say that we don't want to control your land, but they're ensuring that they can control our gas and that they can extract our gas, take advantage of our natural resources, and then they could leave and return the land. And be, you know what I'm saying? This is definitely part of the plan right here. Lebanon is nearing agreement with Israel over a maritime dispute involving offshore gas fields, but the cash-strapped country still faces an uphill struggle toward unlocking potential hydrocarbon riches. Analysts say, well, now the Israelis just want to take control of this. Guys, nothing is an accident. Israelis want our resources. They want our land. Whatever resource they can get their hands on. If the Litani River is too complicated, it's going to take too much of an effort to take control. No worry. They're going to go for our gas. Look at this. Our natural gas. Kana gas field. Kana, don't forget, Kana is where Jesus performed his first miracle. Ain't that crazy? Lemon Mint Cat sends a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Lemon Mint Cat, for the generous dono. Says, everyone around the world spread the news that there is no ceasefire in Lebanon. They are occupying Lebanon. Anyone who asks about your family, your friends, tell them there is no ceasefire. Do not normalize. Oh, as soon as they announced the ceasefire in Lebanon, I saw an interesting stat on Twitter. Engagement on Twitter about tweets about Lebanon dropped like 198%. They do this to, they throw some water on the fire. Everybody calm down. There's a ceasefire. Khalas, there's a ceasefire. Now you could say Lebanon, there's a ceasefire here and parts of Lebanon. Sure, they're not bombing Beirut like they were, but they're still bombing the shit out of the south. They're demolishing houses in the south. So how is that a ceasefire? It's not. It's a selective ceasefire. It's a ceasefire for parts of Lebanon, for certain communities in Lebanon. This is not a ceasefire for all. And you're absolutely right, Lemon and Cat. This is why we are still, like, I'm kind of happy that we went and did our volunteering on the day of the ceasefire, and we're going to go film IRL streams at NGOs after the ceasefire is announced because we want to remind people, these people still need support. The country is still not doing okay. And at any moment, we're even going to keep, we're going to hold on to a part of the donation money, about like $5K, just for a few more days, just to see what's going to happen with the ceasefire and see if there's like an emergency.
Shit, and then there's something else that we didn't think of where we should
Yeah,
donate the money.
because right now we have money accounted for Nation Station that takes care of food. We have money accounted for animals. We're gonna donate money for female hygiene products as well. There's an Lebanese NGO called Jitna which specializes in providing hygiene products for women because that's something that is overlooked. And then we're going to just hold on to the last 5 or 6K for just a couple of days just to see what happens with the ceasefire. What if in 3 days we find out that, like, there's an emergency need for beds. There's an emergency need for medicine. There's an emergency need for stitches. There's an emergency need for first aid kits so that we're able to respond. And also, if someone responds with information about that family with a little girl who lost all her painting stuff, we're going to reach out and we're going to send them some cash as well. So... we're keeping our eyes very close on the situation and monitoring everything. And also what's great about Nation Station is that they're good at organizing their money. My friend Samit is very super responsible. So they even said long after, even if there's a ceasefire tomorrow, they're going to use all that money to send food boxes and stuff. So everything's good. What's Maki doing? Maki, stop biting stuff.
Guys, has anyone had an issue with a cat biting things, and how do you discipline that?
Guys, Natuti wants to say quick hello.
She's so orange.
Oopsie?
She's so orangey.
Yeah, go down, go down, go down, go down. Good, Oopsie. Is it an orange girl? Let's do it. La 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 la. So yeah, so don't forget, when anyone asks you, tells you what's happening, guys, our gas in Lebanon is very much part of the equation. Look, Times of Israel are out here fucking talking about our border and our gas. With the demand for gas rising worldwide because of an energy crisis sparked by Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Lebanon hopes that an offshore discovery would ease its current unprecedented financial downturn. Well, guess who wants to take over our gas? Wah! Israel. So that's happening. That's fun. Jad Shaban tweets, the Zionists just created a yellow line inside South Lebanon where they can destroy and kill as they wish. Why not, since they were allowed to do it in Gaza and in Syria with a worthless, complicit international community? Oh, sorry, you guys couldn't see that. Will Christou says, and here's an official, this was shared by Avishai Adre, the guy who looks like the delivery worker here in Lebanon. This is the official image released
That's
by
how
the
we're referring to him now.
yeah, by the IDF. So all of this part of Lebanon, folks. And look, you see how it extends to the ocean? Look at that. Oh, look at this. Do you see this? Sorry.
What's that?
Let me show you. Let me just go back to the oil gas field. Gas field, Lebanon, Israel. Israel claims Ghana gas field. There we go. Crypto briefing. It's official. Look at that. So Israel has claimed our gas. Let me go back. Let me go back. Sorry. I gotta fucking show you what I just. Gas field. Bro, where's the Times of Israel article that we just looked at? Look, عيد بأمك.
Makuku wants.
Sorry, there's a direct line. There's a direct line. Okay. Back to this. So you guys see this line right here? Then we're gonna go here. Babe, look at this. See the 1-to-1? Okay, look at that. See where that red line extends to? The ocean. Okay. Where's our gas? They're literally saying it. It's announced.
It's a war.
The red zone extends all the way into the
liberating
ocean.
the people.
Where
We
our
just wanna
gas
steal
deposits
their
are.
resources.
Right here. Red, the red line. So not only are they controlling, look, is Hezbollah bombing northern kibbutzes from the middle of the ocean? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? 1-to-1 right here. And our gas. Like, it can't be any clearer. So here you go. Israel claims Ghana gas field sets buffer zone amid Lebanon. Israel has asserted ownership of the Ghana gas field and established a 10-kilometer buffer zone along the Lebanese border, moves that complicate the fragile ceasefire in the Israel-Hezbollah conflict. The market for Israel announcing a suspension of its Lebanon offensive by April 30th sits at 100% yes. Market reaction. Why it matters. Israel's claim to the Ghana gas field directly challenges U.S. brokered maritime border agreement from October 2022, which was supposed to resolve the dispute over that specific resource. The 10-kilometer buffer zone, while framed as a security measure against Hezbollah, also extends Israeli operational control into Lebanese territory, complicating any diplomatic path toward de-escalation. A market sitting at 100% yes for a suspension announcement, while ground-level actions point toward entrenchment, creates a disconnect worth watching. So how fucking crazy is that, huh? And everyone in Lebanon was like looking at those gas fields. It's like, finally, Lebanon is going to benefit, and we're going to get, as if anyone from, as if, I don't understand why people were getting excited. It's like, bro, the government is going to pocket all of that shit. You think you're going to benefit
any of that
from gas? Yeah, my family,
free
like,
gas.
bro, my dad was like, oh, we're going to get, the country's going to get gas. It's going to help the country. I'm like, how is this going to help the country? It's going to help the politicians. It's going to help
Because
whoever.
the government is so transparent.
So it's just fucking crazy, bro. Like, anyways, devils. Rida Fakhri says the yellow line isn't Israel's border, it's inside Lebanon, calling movement. Oh yeah, so the IDF said Hezbollah ceasefire violation. Since the ceasefire came into effect, the IDF soldiers south of the yellow line in southern Lebanon identified several incidents in which terrorists violated the ceasefire understandings by approaching from north of the yellow line toward IDF soldiers, posing an immediate threat. Motherfuckers, it's our own country. Now, if someone walks in our own land, it's considered a fucking... We're threatening Israelis by existing in our own fucking country. Sorry. So the yellow line isn't Israel's border. It's inside Lebanon, calling movement south of it a violation rewrites basic geography. Approaching from north of the line means movement within Lebanon. Labeling that an incursion only makes sense if you treat the line as your own border, which is what Israel is doing. They're treating the yellow zone, the yellow line, as their own fucking border and their own fucking land, and they're defending it as such, and they're gonna kill anyone who fucking sets a foot near that fucking thing.
Basically, under the pretense of whatever the fuck they want to use as an excuse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's another tweet. Elijah Magnier says this new Israeli yellow line is similar to the one introduced in Gaza, which includes several villages that the Israelis failed to control during the war. Here we go. And they did the same thing. This is what it looked like in Gaza. Much bigger yellow line, over half the country. So no. Muhammad Safa says Lebanon is no longer 10,452 kilometers squared. Lebanon is now 9,252 kilometers squared, as Israel occupying parts controlling roughly 1,200 kilometers squared, violating Lebanon's sovereignty and Vienna conventions with absolutely no consequences. And the International Court of Justice remains silent. So our country, نحن, we pride ourselves with 10,452. Everyone has that shit memorized. 10,452 kilometers squared. That is how big
No
Lebanon
longer.
is. Now we're 9,252 kilometers squared. We're cucks for Israel and America. We sold out. Cuckety cuck. Cuckety 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 cuck. Oh, let's get this. This is a big one. This is a big one. We had the Mayyas controversy. We had the Yellow Line controversy. Now we're going to talk about an Israeli soldier smashing a cross and a statue of Jesus in Lebanon.
They're just following their religion, babe. Shubek.
Yeah,
They're
I'm
just
gonna...
following their holy book.
No. Makuku.
Cookie, you were here already.
He left. He chose to leave. So, guys, this is a real photo. Lebanon. An Israeli soldier smashing the head of a Jesus Christ statue during operations in South Lebanon. Look at this. Now, guys, I'm not religious. I'm not like a Christian. I was raised Christian. I used to be religious when I was younger. My path took me down a different, my life took me down a different path. Food. Still, I very much respect religion. All religions, if something is silly to me, it could be someone else's complete world. I'm someone who, for example, if someone hands me like a brochure or a pamphlet with a picture of like a religious symbol on it, I have a hard time even throwing these things out. Like, to me, desecrating any kind of religious item that means a lot to someone else, even if it doesn't mean much to you, is super disrespectful. Okay, I would never do that. Even if someone would hand me a pamphlet with any sort of religious symbolism on it, whatever religion that is, I know that is extremely sacred to someone else. I know that means the world to someone else. So I try to treat these things with as much respect and reverence as I can. You know what I mean? So to me, seeing something like this is insanely fucked up, and especially when Israelis always say that the IDF is the world's most moral army and that this isn't a war against religion, and if this were a war against religion, this is a war against the evil and terrible Muslims, but the Christians have nothing to worry about. Israelis and Christians and Jews and Christians have so much in common, etc., etc. You know what I mean? We all love. Look at this. Now, of course, this could be AI. You know, people claim AI all the time, and AI this, AI that. You can't tell what's real anymore. Here's a picture. Here's another picture of this same exact statue, okay, to prove that it's not AI. This is a famous statue in South Lebanon, okay. Here's Marwanism shares this. He says, this is the same statue before the war. To anyone saying it's AI, it's not. This kind of disgusting behavior is inexcusable and completely R-worded. Okay, very good choice of word right there, buddy. So people were saying that it's AI at some point. And here's a video of the same statue.
هذا كسرين الصليب.
So,
again,
very much not artificial intelligence, guys.
منطقة الدورة حد مستشفى مر يوسف. ليه؟ لأنه حاطين نحن أغاني ميلاد تراتيل الميلادية. فمدري أي أدمي.
Oh, no, I think this happened. I think this might be something else. Okay, I'm not sure. Nah. As we know, this isn't the first time something like this happens. This is a video. I thought this was from this year, but this was from last year. Okay, we saw this statue. This is an Israeli truck going over, destroying a statue of St. George in the town of Yarun. This really happened last year. I thought this happened this year. IDF tank desecrating a St. George statue. St. George is a very important saint here in Lebanon. Desecrating the statue, running it over, completely destroying it. Motherfuckers, pieces of shit. Bala Sharaf. Hiya, Bala Sharaf.
Oh my god.
Here's another example. Steve Sweeney shares, as Israel claims the destruction of Christian icons is inconsistent with their values. Here's my footage of a church destroyed in Dirghaya in South Lebanon in October 24, killing at least 8 people. This is another church that the Israelis destroyed.
Cookies.
So now the IDF put out a statement. Okay? This is the IDF. Oh, no, so this guy first. LTC Nadav Shoshani. That's the first time I see Israelis trying to, like, control the narrative and, like, hop on, like, propaganda right away. They normally just tell, oh, this is fake. This guy was like, the IDF is currently examining the reliability of the photograph. If this is indeed the real recent picture, these actions do not align with the IDF's values and the behavior expected of IDF soldiers. The incident will be investigated thoroughly and in depth, and its necessary steps will be taken in accordance with the findings. So Israelis are like, we're gonna investigate ourselves. So you know how that goes. The Israelis always find themselves guilty when they investigate themselves, of course, guys. So do not worry, we will investigate ourselves.
This is something unacceptable, but bombing other people, that we're fine with that.
Yeah, bombing the Muslims.
We stand by it.
We destroyed 39 mosques, but desecrating a cross and Jesus Christ, we apologize. We would like to apologize to our Christians, brothers and sisters. So this guy's like, we're going to see what's up. And the IDF then quote tweets him and says, following the completion of an internal initial examination regarding a photograph published earlier today of an IDF soldier harming a Christian symbol, it was determined that the photograph depicts an IDF soldier operating in southern Lebanon. So now the IDF confirms that it's true. The IDF views the incident with great severity and emphasizes that the soldier's conduct is wholly inconsistent with the values of its troops. Values like killing Lebanese Maronite Catholic priest by Israeli tank fire in southern Lebanon. Just a few weeks ago, Pierre El Rai, who was killed just a few weeks ago here in Lebanon, folks. This is inconsistent with Israel's thoughts, with their actions.
بطلنا ملحقين على moral compass of the Israeli fucking army.
They're just the most moral, just remember
The most
that.
moral.
The incident is being investigated by the Northern Command and is currently being addressed through the chain of command. Appropriate measures will be taken against those involved in accordance with the findings. We will give them all a raise. Furthermore, and promotion. Furthermore, the IDF is working to assist the community in restoring the statue to its place. The IDF is operating to dismantle the terrorist infrastructure established by Hezbollah in southern Lebanon and has no intention of harming civilian infrastructure, including religious buildings or religious symbols. Yeah, you've never destroyed mosques, Mike. So again, they killed a priest like a month ago, Pierre El Rai, and a double tap strike as he was helping injured people, by the way.
Yep.
Keep in mind, it was a double tap.
He went in to save people.
Gideon Saar, Kamena got into it. Gideon, this guy is who? He's the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the State of Israel. So Gideon dropped in on it, and he's like, the damaging of a Christian religious symbol by an IDF soldier in southern Lebanon is grave and disgraceful. I commend the IDF for its statement, for condemning the incident, and for conducting an investigation into the matter. I'm confident that the necessary strict measures will be taken against whoever carried out this ugly act. This shameful action is completely contrary to our values. Yeah, I know, the values of Israel, guys. Hello? Killing and maiming children. Shameful action is completely contrary to our values. Israel is a country that respects the different religions and their sacred symbols and upholds tolerance and respecting among faiths. We apologize for this incident and to every Christian whose feelings were hurt. What about the Muslims that you murdered in thousands? What about them?
Mish feelings hurt ولا شيء. Literal lives were stolen, taken.
Guys, even Big Daddy Benjamin Netanyahu put out a statement. That's how bad, that's how much these Israelis want to distance themselves from this attack on Christians. I don't think anyone put a statement when they killed a priest, by the way. But everyone is excited to condemn the statue attack.
I think the word condemn should be banned from, like, especially in war context.
As the Jewish state, Israel cherishes and upholds the Jewish values of tolerance and mutual respect between Jews and worshippers of all faiths. All religions flourish in our land, and we view members of all faiths as equals in building our society and region. Yesterday, like the overwhelming majority of Israelis, I was stunned and saddened to learn that an IDF soldier damaged the Catholic religious icon in southern Lebanon. Is Maki attacking by something? I condemn the act in the strongest terms. Military is Maki biting something there?
Just the
cardboard box.
Military authorities are conducting a criminal probe of the matter and will take appropriately harsh disciplinary action against the offender. While Christians are being slaughtered in Syria and Lebanon by Muslims,
look at this fucking guy.
While Christians are being slaughtered in Syria and Lebanon by Muslims.
Okay. Let me just show you this. Look at this difference, okay? Right here's a picture of a Hezbollah or Amal soldier. I think Hezbollah. He's got the yellow Hezbollah flag on his arm, cleaning a statue of the Virgin Mary in like a room of a place of worship.
I've seen this video.
Look at this. Okay, the guy's cleaning. He's wiping off the Virgin Mary because of any damage that they might have caused during the fighting. Versus this Israeli soldier bashing a cross and a statue of Jesus. Muslim cleaning a statue of the Virgin Mary. And Israeli bashing Jesus in the face. Muslim, Israeli. Muslim, Israeli.
It's like a door of the
Maki,
Explorer.
maybe can you stop Maki from doing this?
Maybe it's just a piece of wire.
It's a manual that I need. Maki, خلاص, outside.
This is what you need, a Chinese.
Chris needs it. I tell Chris, he's only one for Chinese. Maybe this is... Boom. We're back. Sorry, guys. Maki, you have to go. Sorry, you guys had to see this. Violence. Boom. Oh, we even got a BBC report on it. Let's continue what Benjamin Netanyahu said. Yesterday, like the overwhelming majority of Israelis, I was stunned and saddened to learn that an IDF soldier damaged the Catholic religious icon in southern Lebanon. That's right. While Christians are being slaughtered in Syria and Lebanon by Muslims, what the fuck, bro? Muslims literally celebrate Christmas here in Lebanon. They set up Christmas trees. They have fun. They join in on the festivities. They get into the holiday fun. They invite Christians over for iftar during Ramadan. Like, Christians and Muslims very much coexist. Are there tensions in Lebanon? Of course. Are there Christians that hate Muslims? Sure. Are there Muslims that hate Christians? Sure. Are there extremists on both sides? Sure. Does Lebanon, in almost every other sense of the word, we live together, and there, I hate to use that example, but like we have a church right next to a mosque in downtown Beirut. Like, it's the cheesiest fucking thing to point out, but that's how it goes. That's how it works. So, let's see the BBC report.
The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has condemned an Israeli soldier who hit a statue of Jesus with a sledgehammer in southern Lebanon.
Bro, like, what did Jesus ever do to you, bro?
The statue was
like the peaceful fucking dude who preached loving your neighbor, forgiving people. You know what I mean? Be kind to others. Like, you don't have to agree. You don't have to be Christian. But like, most of the things that Jesus talked about were pretty chill. Pretty chill, dude. Overall, Jan.
Mounted on a crucifix.
Nothing that deserves this. Nothing that deserves sledgehammering.
Outside a church in a Christian village that had been occupied by Israeli troops. Mr. Netanyahu has said he regrets any hurt caused to Christian believers in Lebanon and around the world. Well, it comes as the Israeli military has warned residents in southern Lebanon not to move around near border areas and not to return to dozens of villages, despite the agreement of a ceasefire that Israel has ordered its army to use.
But did you hear that? They've warned Lebanese people not to move around in their own country.
To use full force against what it calls imminent threats in southern Lebanon, and says its troops will continue to occupy the area. Let's talk to our Middle East correspondent, Yolan Nell, who's in Jerusalem for us now. Yolan, tell us more then about what this soldier did to the statue of Jesus, because we've heard very strong condemnation of that soldier's actions from the Prime Minister, from the Israeli military, various other politicians as well in Israel.
Yeah, so the Israeli Prime Minister was quick to come out with his comments in English on his X account. I think understanding very well the international damage that this could do, this photo that's been shared widely.
Because this picture goes against everything that Israel is trying to pitch its wars. This is a war against the evil terrorist Muslims, and this is a war against Islam and Hezbollah and Iran, and they're trying to, to bring over the Muslim caliphate, whatever the fuck they're saying about Iran and Hezbollah, and they are Muslim supremacists, and they want to convert everyone in Lebanon to Muslims, and they want to take over the whole region and make sure that every country in the region is Muslim, etc. This picture of an IDF soldier sledgehammering Jesus Christ in the face goes against everything. It goes against Israel being the most moral army. It goes against Israelis saying they're like, look, we're looking after the Christians. We're only murdering the Muslims. Look, we're taking care of the Christians. This goes against that. This goes against everything. Like, how do you explain this picture? How do you explain anyone destroying something like, if the IDF destroys a mosque, who's going to care around the world? Oh, no, a mosque was destroyed. They don't care. They'll be like, oh, this mosque was being used to make people into extremists, and the imam over there was turning people into terrorists. Okay, bomb it. No one's going to care. It's like just the statue of Jesus just chilling there. You know what I mean? Just sledgehammering it and posting it on the internet. Like taking the photo, proudly sharing this online. Now, obviously, there's been pictures of Israeli soldiers wearing women's underwear from homes that they invade. There's also Israeli soldiers do all the most fucked up shit. This is probably one of the least fucked up things that an Israeli soldier has done and that has photographed themselves doing. Honestly, destroying a statue of Jesus?
Basically.
Top 5 nicest things this guy's probably ever fucking done.
Imagine what they do behind the cameras.
You can't even imagine it.
On social media over the past couple of days, the Israeli army has confirmed it's a soldier who is at the moment in southern Lebanon, or has been in southern Lebanon in recent days. He's holding what appears to be a sledgehammer or an axe poised just over the face of the statue of Jesus on a crucifix that's been toppled. The understanding is that this is in the village of Double, which is in southern Lebanon, a Maronite Christian village. This was a family's own shrine on the edge of their land, at the edge of the village. It's not clear exactly at the moment what damage was ultimately done, but the Israeli army is saying that they will help the Christian community there to repair this statue.
We will help you rebuild it.
Foreign Minister of Israel, Gideon Saar, came out and said that he apologized for this incident and to every Christian who had been hurt by it.
But they've apologized more for a desecrated statue than they have for killing 2,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
They've apologized more for this statue. The IDF has made like 30 fucking statements. We apologize, but like nothing when they dropped 160 bombs on 100 locations and killed killed 400 people in the span of 10 minutes. Nothing. They celebrated. They celebrated as an incredible act of intelligence and of war, and look how efficient we are and shit like that. Nothing. Cheers around the world. You heard a statue of Jesus, which, I mean, hey, it's disrespectful. It's sad. Shouldn't be done. You know, all the bad karma should go their way. But it's like, it's a fucking statue at the end of the day. It's a statue. It doesn't cry. It doesn't bleed. It doesn't feel pain. So, Kamena, all of this attention and all this emphasis is just... It's just weird, bizarre.
Feelings. So you can see that this has really sort of, had a big effect, and that the local priest there told the BBC in Beirut that this was a desecration and, really extremely upsetting for the Christian community in southern Lebanon, in this wide area, which is currently occupied by Israeli forces, thousands of Israeli forces on the ground there. They see this as being a stronghold for the Shiite Muslim group Hezbollah.
And Yolan, what's the wider context of what's happening in Lebanon with that
stronghold? Of course, you got to throw in the word stronghold in there to just justify some killing.
Muslim group Hezbollah. They see this as being a stronghold for the Shiite Muslim group Hezbollah.
There you go. Just say that real quick. Make sure that it's okay. That way, if anyone shoots it, just manufacturer consent. It's a stronghold, by the way. Don't forget. I have to say, I'm contractually obligated as being part of the BBC. I need to refer to any land that Hezbollah occupies or lives in, or simply a Shia man walks down as a Hezbollah stronghold. Okay, Jim, back to you. Have I mentioned that it's a Hezbollah stronghold and that they are justified in bombing it? Have I? Oh, yes, you did, Mary. Thank you so much. Oh, well, you're welcome, Jimmy.
And Yolan, what's the wider context of what's happening?
Ilan, what's the wider context? Have you meant how much of a stronghold is it? Rating 1 through 10. How much of a stronghold? How would you rate the stronghold? Oh, well, George, I think it's an 8 of a stronghold, honestly. It's kind of a good stronghold.
Happening in Lebanon with that fragile ceasefire?
So some developments in the past few hours, because you remember that when that ceasefire was declared by the US last week between Israel and Lebanon, with Hezbollah saying that it would stick to it and crediting Iran with getting that deal across the line. Well, the White House also said that it was ready to host the leaders of Israel and Lebanon for historic peace talks between these two countries that have technically remained at war since the State of Israel was created back in 1948. Now, the Lebanese president, Joseph Aoun, says that there will be a Lebanese delegation that is sent along to talks, and that will be headed by a former Lebanese ambassador to the US. He has said that the goals of Lebanon in those talks will be to end Israel's occupation and to deploy the army of Lebanon right up to the borderline. Israel has previously been saying that its goals in any kind of long-term peace deal will be to make sure that there is the disarmament of Hezbollah, and it also wants to decide finally that the border between Israel and
This is super fucked. We're almost done, guys. But this is probably one of the most fucked up things. This used to happen all the time in Palestine, the Nakba. Infuriating shit. An Israeli soldier just cooked a meal in someone else's home in Lebanon. An Israeli soldier posted photos of herself picking vegetables from a Lebanese family's garden and cooking in their kitchen while the family is banned from returning. The house still had food in the kitchen. The garden was still alive. Everything was exactly as the family left it, except the family. 55 villages in southern Lebanon remain closed to their residents. The people who planted those gardens and built those kitchens are not allowed back. Someone else is eating their food. Here's a picture of this Israeli soldier inside of a Lebanese home, cooking. They got vegetables. They're prepping the ingredients. They're cooking. They got red peppers. They got some green peppers over here. They got some coriander over here. They got some onions. They got some potatoes. They got some meat. They got some frying oil. They got some eggs. They're cooking up a feast in the home of someone. And we've seen the footage. We've seen the shots of IDF soldiers inside a home in Gaza that were there was food already on the stove. They just went in and continued. The picture of like them tasting the food that was on the stove. Look at that shit. Doing it in my country right now. Doing it in our country right fucking now. Taking our land, cooking our ingredients, our food, our homes, gloating, posting it on social media, laughing about this shit. I hope you motherfuckers, let's not say it on YouTube. I can think it though. Ooh, I'm thinking it real hard. All right, that was good. Oh yeah, that was good. Okay. Habib says, remember how our grandmothers used to tell us they left food cooking on the stove when they fled their homes during the Nakba? Well, it's the exact same story happening in Lebanon right now, and it's heart-crushing. The vilest scum are delighting in their crimes. There she is again, delightfully cooking and laughing as they take a picture. Ya haram. I hope the people who own this house get the ultimate justice and karma. I hope so. Yeah, now whatever higher power, whatever you have in mind, I support you. Finally, IDF soldier steals a puppy from a mother in Lebanon. They find joy in these sorts of things. You'll see this. Look at the soldier running with a puppy in hand.
Oh,
and the poor dog is following. These people are now. To be honest, I don't know how true this is. This could be just any clip. This could be filmed anywhere. I don't know if this is accurate. I'm looking for anything down there. There's nothing saying that it's fake or AI or something. But would you be so shocked after looking at this picture and this lady cooking in a home that's not hers? Would it be so crazy to think that these guys are stealing pups away from their doggy mamas? And look, this guy's getting ready to throw a rock at the mom who's following him. They're throwing rock. They're trying to throw rocks at this little poor doggy. Crazy. And okay, final cringe thing. Here's some AI. There's a lot of these AI generated videos. Here's our president and our prime minister. This is shared from the White House in Arabic. They're working with our president and prime minister are working with Trump. They got rid of Iran and they're make Lebanon great again. They got to make Lebanon a little smaller. Our border doesn't look like this anymore. We lost the 1,200 kilometers squared. Y'all should change this. Oh my God, dude.
I saw an AI video of Donald Trump and Netanyahu wearing dresses and kissing each other walking down the street. And I felt like that's the most accurate thing I've seen, like, since the start of the war.
Yeah, I'm down to watch that, honestly. I'm down to watch that. Okay. Okay, we got why would there be spam here? Okay, that is spam. Okay, we got a couple of retweets for that tweet about finding the family. Hopefully someone puts us in comment. It says Grect again. Make America Grect again. Really? I fucking missed that, guys. We're done with the stream. Guys, we're done. We're done. Let me just quickly look at Twitter. Did anything break? Anything happening? Tim Cook is stepping down as CEO of Apple. John Turnus, Apple's current senior vice president of engineering, will take over as CEO in September. Damn, end of an era. And Tim Cook is one of the reasons why Apple products cost so much more now anyways. I think Israeli smashing Jesus statues is rare in Israel. Think again. Watch this. Yeah, that's Israelis spitting on Christians in Israel. Look at that. Look at how they treat Christians. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. Jerusalem 2023. They're spitting next on sisters, the monument, etc., etc. Beautiful. Folks,
It's messed up.
it is 1 a.m. here in Lebanon. It's time to end the stream. It's been almost 3 hours. Thank you so much, everybody who came in today, who sent in a very generous super chat. Anybody who gifted a membership, who became a member, we love and appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Look forward to a member stream very soon this week. Also, the gaming channel, the Playroom channel might be coming back this week with a Lego build. I'm just waiting on Nour to finish the branding. It's taking some time, and I keep going back and forth because the branding is taking so long to finish. I keep changing the name of the channel. Every time I get a new idea. She's not watching now yet. I'm like, listen, if we finish the thing, I'll stop changing the name. So the sooner we finish, the sooner we can start. Literally, it's holding me back. Tomorrow I'm gonna be like, we need to get it done because I just want to build some Lego, guys. Okay, I gotta build a Lego. Hopefully this week. Lots of content. Maybe an IRL stream this Saturday at Give Me a Paw. Lots of stuff coming, guys. Lots of good stuff. Demi, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It was fun, guys.
Everybody, just asking, are you streaming tomorrow? Yes, I'm streaming tomorrow. I still don't know what we're gonna be streaming about, but there will be a stream tomorrow. Most likely stream every day this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay.
On Saturday?
No, not Saturday.
On Saturday, we might be going to Animal House.
Oh, yeah. So maybe I'll take Friday off or something. We'll figure it out, folks. We'll see. Take care, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a good night. And as always, do not worry.